Oh shit. I think we're what God damn it, what the hell's going what God, Jesus Christ. So that was for all of those Lyft employees that felt like they had us drivers on lock December 31st, forcing people because of their glitch to not even turn the Lyft app on. I'm going to start the damn show that way. What's going on, people? Welcome to the 2024 version of the Rideshare Garage. This is episode 1. We got a full panel for you. We're going to talk all kinds of stuff. We want to talk about New Year's Eve, how everybody made out. We want to talk about some of the things that we're going to try to bring you folks this year in the garage. And then we're just going to talk shit because that's always a lot of fun. Starting to my right, I got Tony, the Driven Dead. Tony, you want to say hello from Colorado? Okay, we'll go to the next guy below me. We got Mr. Omar, Mr. No Service, No Service himself. You know what? Listen, y'all. He might not be here next week. Omar might be in mental rehabilitation come next week because if his Jets lose to the Patriots this weekend, it's going to be devastating, and we won't see Omar for a month. But Omar, how you doing, buddy?
No. There's a lot going on in the Jets world that already has me frustrated. And I'm more frustrated with the fan base than anything else. Just the way the fans are so negative and toxic. So, but as far as New Year's goes, yeah, I had a really up and down night where Vinny, I went home. I went home.
We're going to get into that. I just want to get everybody introduced, and then we're going to start.
We got a lot to talk about.
Yeah, and then we're going to rip the Band-Aid off. Next to Omar, my man Nick. He is one of 4 Tesla mentors that I have been stressing out and working and asking all kinds of questions. Mr. Nick Williams, he is your local South Florida Uber driver. You know, y'all make sure you check out his channel. Nick, how you doing tonight, buddy?
I'm doing good. I mean, I wish it would pick up a little bit more since after the New Year's, but I'm doing good. I can't complain. We got sunny south weather.
Well, listen, we got some really good weather. It's perfect out there, man. It is absolutely Chamber of Commerce perfect. All right, below, let's see, God damn it, 2 down below me, we got Mr. Scott Robinson. You know, he's one of the new additions. And one of the things I like about Scott is he brings the private sector, the Uber Black
to ignition.
You know, what the hell is Steven? Steve's already talking shit. Looking at he put himself on mute. He unmutes and mutes. Get that pool ride at the border, Steven. But anyway, with Scott, man, he brings in the private sector dynamic. I think it's healthy in the garage to have that dynamic, and that sentiment has been echoed by everybody else in the garage. Scott, how you doing, buddy? How's LA treating you? Okay, we can't hear him. I don't know if that's the pillow hair or.
Oh no, that's just Lyft. They messed up again. No, they messed up again. Oh, I gotta pay them. I gotta pay them my bill or something. I don't know. So maybe they can take my money. So
that is funny. That is funny. That is funny. Also joining us.
I mean, they took a lot of our money for a long time, right? What were they doing with it?
Bro, I got to be really careful what I say because I could really go in on these CEOs, and they don't know.
We got a dice rolling sound.
Yeah, right. Let's see what I got. No.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
All right. We got Thomas Lau, my man.
What's
Thomas.
going on, brother?
I'm gonna see you in a couple weeks, bro. I promise. I'm plotting a trip now. I don't know.
Okay.
It won't be this weekend. I got to put in some work, but
you're gonna wait 84 years. 84 years for this guy.
Yeah. But we're gonna try to get out there next. We're gonna try to get out there in a couple weeks because I gotta put
Yeah,
to the test. I got a bunch of stuff I want to do with this Tesla.
yeah.
So
You gotta come see the great demon.
I'm gonna come see it, bro. I'm definitely gonna come check it out. Come hang out, slap hands, dap you up. Go share a sandwich somewhere. But
Yeah.
bro, when I come see you, don't be taking me off into these Twitter file, X file me on the goddamn Twitter, bro.
Hey, I saw you on one, and I was like, all right, I'm not gonna say anything. He- He's yelling at Jimmy Kimmel. I'm gonna let that roll.
Hey, hey, this punk ass, another soft ass
I
individual.
know.
Oh,
I know him and Kramer. Boy.
yeah, it's so okay. Well, Tony's in and out because I know he's out working. So let's start with well, let's just rip the band-aid right off of it.
All right.
Vinny, Black Vinny, where's Black Vinny at?
Yes, sir. Sorry if it's noisy. I'm still driving.
That's okay, buddy. How was your New Year's Eve? You're gonna start us off tonight. Let's go.
Oh, I'm the starter. All right. Not great. Last year I made a grand. This year I think I made just over 600. I posted my numbers up in the what's it called, our Discord, which I can't share now. But this year was really crazy for me because I did a bunch of things I didn't plan to do myself. Last year I kind of just was winging it, and I ended up in a really good market where there was plenty of surge. This year, all the spots that were $20 plus were on Lyft. The was like $10. It's $7 surges and stuff like that. So I'm really just of the black rides in order to get anything. And then last year, all the surge kind of started at 10 o'clock. This year, I'm sitting looking at white clouds until well after 12 o'clock on Uber, and Lyft was the only one that had any kind of surge. So it took until a little after 12, because of course everybody's pretty much where they need to be at 12. Took until about 12:30 to 1, and all Lyft, Uber, $30 surges all over the map. I didn't expect it, and I didn't take my time to go charge either during at like 12. But I got a bunch of rides in on Uber, and the surge started dying at about 3 o'clock, I want to say, because I at about 2:40 I went to go hit a charger. When I finally got my charge, I started watching the surge die down, and then I got a big trip going all the way to Vegas. So I'm looking at this trip for Vegas for 250, and I'm like, well, I can end my night on a big ride because surge isn't. I'm about to lose all the surge anyway. Um, and I like I said, I switched off of my original plan, which was to just stay in areas where it's a pocket of good surge and just keep taking short rides. That's the best way to get the advantage, at least I feel, out of these nights. And I completely went away from that plan. Um, so I didn't land on. I wanted to make well over 1,000 this year, and instead I went the opposite way, almost half the opposite way.
Yeah, when the next morning when I actually came to and woke up and we got on the radio and you said you were hanging out in Vegas, I was like, Vegas? How the hell he wind up in Vegas? Because I know that's not an easy ride. It's not a short time ride. That's like going from here to Daytona or something like that, and it's a
Mhm.
4.5 hour rip through the desert overnight on New Year's Eve with some banana head you ain't never met in your man, bro. Look at y'all, boy. Look at here. Could you imagine?
She was sweet. That was the only reason I ended up taking it, because after I accepted it and I had her in my car. I was about to cancel the ride because I was sitting there thinking about. I'm like, this doesn't make
Whoa, 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 whoa,
any
whoa.
sense. This is taking too
I love my
long.
wife. I love my
Hold,
wife.
hold on, hold on. What you mean, her, bro?
Uh-oh.
Hey,
Uh-oh.
she was a female passenger.
Uh-oh.
There's more to this story that meets the eye.
Anyway,
You sit in the back of
don't
the
try to
plane.
get me caught up. Don't try to get me caught up.
What? Shut
Anyway.
You know,
man.
it's starting to make sense why Steven's on the road right now.
Right?
Hey, yeah, I'm coming. Hey, Omar, get that bed ready in the back room. Oh, I need a place to hide out.
Well, bro,
No.
if you got to come cross country to hide from your old lady, you got problems. You
Right.
go in the bed in Omar's house. Trust me.
I'm about to, you better learn how to sleep with one eye open.
Yeah, in
Hey, fast
Taiwan.
track me onto fast to what is it, to Florida, so I can drive over there.
No, Florida's closed. We're not taking any more applications for residency here in Florida. Everything is closed. Tell them, Nick, everything's closed.
Yeah,
No
you can go
more
to
tourism.
Georgia.
You're not allowed to move
Georgia's
in.
fine.
Don't he? Yeah, exactly. George is just fine. He'll be all right. I can see it. I can see Steven in Georgia. His California
Georgia.
accent, his California accent. Now he gets out there into Georgia. They're like, "Hey, y'all, man, what you doing, man? Look here, man. This ain't no
Right.
Like his
LA.
song.
This Macon, baby." Okay. All right. Thomas, how was your New Year's Eve?
Oh man, New Year's Eve was wild because we had all the Wisconsin and LSU fans here for the bowl game on New Year's Day. So they were all up around the streets, all around town, ordering all the pizza. $200 in 2 hours, $300 in 4 hours, just delivering pizza. So I got the car, my replacement car for the Avenger. I got it on the 30th. And then when I tried to insure it on the 31st, they wouldn't even do it. They told me I had to call back the next day to get it. So they wouldn't add my vehicle. So I just stayed in the Audi. DoorDash was even banging, ran that up 2 hours, another 200. And then I came home right before the ball dropped. And, my wife had to work. So, of course, I had to tell her Happy New Year and all the other good stuff. Because last year we were in another country, you know.
Right. Hey,
Yeah, it just didn't feel right being here working on New Year's Eve. But then our surge, what Steven is right about, Uber was gray clouds for the majority part of the day. By the time it got to 9, 10, and 11, of course, here in Tampa, you don't see the surge. You just see the symbol. And it
right.
was red. You never know what it is. But on Lyft, I saw 30, 25, all up and down the Bay Area. Surge was good. I was like, oh my God, I was
Really?
just so,
And that was before midnight?
before midnight, it was already $30 surges here on Lyft. Well,
Right.
Uber, we can't see what the surge is, which is stupid, whatever that is. But I'm pretty sure a lot of people was doing Lyft. But of course, Lyft did have a glitch because at the top where your amount to see how much you made, all it was doing is swirling in the circle the
Yep.
whole that whole day.
Yep.
So, but
Yep.
no, it
Yep.
still came out pretty good, and I delivered food the whole day. I didn't even drop anybody off.
So, if you don't mind, we don't need exact numbers, but what kind of
No.
range, what kind of math did you how'd you make out?
Well, because I worked at we only worked 4 hours at Pizza Hut because they closed early.
Okay.
So, and within that 4 hours, I did 13 deliveries and it was 300. And then DoorDash was on fire. DoorDash was having like 12.50, $15 delivery surge. And I just jumped on that because I was trying to get the other car insured so I can start driving it. But the insurance company wouldn't do it because they said it's more liable for me to get in an accident during the last 2 days of the year. So I had
Right.
to wait till January 1st. But then the surge here kept going all night because even in the morning, when my wife came home, I said, let me look at the map. Lyft, straight paint, 10, 15, 20, $30 surge, even on New Year's Day. Because now you got, because the bowl game was at 11. I think it started at 11. It was early. So it was already people tailgating, coming up to the stadium. It was busy. And then by the time noon came around, it's been dead ever since. That you know how I say that map was whiter than the KKK rally. I ain't seen no more surge after that. I ain't seen
Oh, man.
nothing.
You did not just go to that KKK.
Yes, he did.
Only in the garage can we get away with this shit.
Only in the
Only in
garage.
the garage. Only in the garage. Yeah, we're having some. I'm trying to figure out who's the bad audio real quick. Hold on a minute. Okay, Thomas, that might have been coming off of your mic for some reason. Let's find out. Let me see. I just muted you. Now you're unmuted. Go ahead and say something for me there, bro.
You got me muted right now.
Yep, that's coming off you. Okay, I think that's coming off you. All right, we're gonna go to the next guy. Tony, are you back with us, buddy? Or are you on a delivery?
I'm in a restaurant right now, so I'll let you know.
All right. Okay, we'll come back with you. Scott, how was your wait a minute, Scott, did you even bother to work? Because you're the private guy. You're on the pedestal everybody's trying to get to.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
out there showing his privates. Yeah.
Because I've already been to that pedestal and you can have it. I ain't trying to have it.
Oh no, I worked. I had one client that called me last minute and said, "Hey, can you be at my house in 30 minutes?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'll be there in a sweater and some jeans, but I'll be there for you."
Okay.
And I picked him up, dropped him off 15 minutes away from his house. He went to dinner with his family, did a few Uber rides, took a few screenshots of Dana Point down in Southern California, and did a few rides in between. Made a total of 550 in like 3 hours or so. So not bad. So and did one Uber Black SUV ride that went 9 minutes away for $88. I have a screenshot of it. It was just yeah, no surge, nothing. It was just a request that just came in. I don't know if it was a glitch or something, but yeah.
Well, I can tell you them glitches don't ever work in our favor. We know that shit. They don't ever work in our favor. But maybe you got one, bro. Maybe you
Yeah.
got
Yeah. And then stopped working at 11, came home, celebrated the New Year's with the girlfriend. And then after that, I took a few screenshots at 12:40 to see what Uber was like. And my Uber account is different from everyone else's because it's the black Uber account. So the surges for me, I saw plus $43, plus 20, plus 39. It was just it was crazy. And that was strictly just on Uber. On Lyft, there was I think the max I saw was 10.
wow.
So,
So on Uber Black, you're getting your surges are definitely different than ours because
yeah, I don't have the gray. I don't.
the max I saw, the max I saw on either app was $30.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
That was it.
Yeah.
It was like they both capped out. And people think I'm nuts when I say these fuckers talk. I know these two companies with each other. We're gonna do this because we all know 30 days. If Uber does one thing within 30 days, Lyft copies it and vice versa. So if they're
Vinny,
both,
we're gonna have to
huh?
check in with Buddha because we know that his market in San Bernardino, he still gets the over $30 an hour rates.
But did he?
So
But over $30? You mean
you,
surge? We're talking about surge, Stephen.
Too many tacos for him. Yep.
Don't know where Stephen went. Anyway, go ahead, Scott. Continue.
No, and then that was it. And I just had to wake up fairly early the next day, so I refuse to drive drunk people at night. So especially if they're going to order Uber Black and Uber Black SUV, it's still they're going to be drunk, and I don't want to deal with them. So, but 550, not bad, not bad. Just a normal day.
5:15, just a normal day. Yeah, shake it off. You know what, Scott?
Yeah.
Just because
Yeah, don't do it.
Hold on.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Hold on,
Don't
bro.
do it. I don't want to stare at myself.
5:15,
I'm gonna have to stare at
5:15, just
myself.
a normal day, huh?
No.
Just a normal-
550.
There you go, buddy. You have officially
I actually had a question for him too.
put in
I actually had a question for him.
for the new year.
Poor guy.
God damn it.
Oh my
5:15.
god.
Yeah. So he was the first person on timeout for the new year.
I know.
There you go.
A
It wasn't me.
casual 550.
So, I would say this. So Scott, you know what's funny, right? Like I've actually said that before when I got my QX. I was like, people ask me about like the upper platforms, and I go, it's the same shit. They'll order a black SUV, and what a drunk person in an XL or a drunk person in a black SUV. What's the difference?
Yeah, they just have money and they're just entitled.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the only difference.
You're actually having to kind of bite your tongue a little bit more in an SUV, or in me and Vinny's case, a Lux Black XL. We're kind of having to, like it's real close. You want to kick these people out of their car because they're rude as hell or they're entitled or whatever it is. So I want to point that out to everybody that. So everybody might be saying, for anybody that drives, actually might be thinking, boo hoo, we don't make the rates that you guys make, but we still have to deal with this on a
you
different
definitely
level.
deal with a different class.
Yeah.
Now,
So
I love the fact that you can go to a restaurant and someone gets in your car and they're going down the street to their house and they are so plastered and the wife is screaming at the husband and they're beating each other. And I'm like, there's nothing I can do. Like, okay, here's your mansion. I have a good. Oh, and then by the way, call me if you need a ride.
yeah.
So,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
call me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Hey,
But I would like to watch more
say
of this.
because of your rates, it makes it worth it. Because you may have the same type of passenger, you may go through the same foolishness, but on the Uber X rate, where you only get paid $5 to deal with that foolishness in your backseat, compared to $70, it's worth it. A little bit more worth it, if that makes sense.
Listen, I have had some of the most entitled, snobbish, absolute assholes in my car. But with that being said, while I am saying to myself, man, I can't wait for this ride to be over. I can't wait for this ride to be over. I ain't throwing them out, Omar. Hell no, not at $5 a mile, motherfucker. Hell no.
I will.
Buttercup.
I will. I've had people that want to do drugs in the car. I've had people that want to smoke cigarettes, and I'm like, no, it ain't happening. And they try it, and I'm like, no, get out. No. There is a limit. There is a limit to where I will.
I haven't had that. I haven't had anybody. I had one time.
That's because you go home at grandpa hours, okay? I mean, come on.
Oh my God! Really?
This guy.
Really?
Peace out.
Let me explain something to you real quick. Okay, while we shove his ass in timeout. Okay,
Right.
Explain something to you real quick. Omar has this thing about working overnight, but Omar doesn't tell y'all that he's snuggled up in his little Snoopy blanket while the sun is still out. Omar doesn't tell y'all that he's got his onesie on with a hole off his backside for his little bedpost. So when he feels a little horny, he jumps on it, right? And then snuggles back under his Snoopy blanket while the lights are on outside. So let's just call it what it is. Some of us are up during the day and the nighttime. Omar is he's a vampire Uber driver.
Oh,
he is. So I wanted to clear that part up just a little bit. Anyway,
that's why he wears the hat.
Hey, Scott, real quick, does your lift surge reflect you? Your lift is like normal, right? Like everybody else's lift?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mine's as normal as
surge
can be.
is different that you see. You see the black surge.
So and the crazy thing is that if I click on Uber X and Uber shared, well, my finger burns when I click on that, and then it shows all the gray area that you guys talk about. So, but I just turned that off. So
I'm sorry, this is funny. Ryder left a blunt in my door in 2016.
It's a matter of fact, man. That stuff happens, man.
God,
that stuff happens.
Miracle. Oh my God. Well, who was that? Nick. That was you telling us the story the other night. And Nick, we're going to move on to you now to see what kind of night you had. But didn't you just tell me a story about you had a female passenger get in and asked you, "Hey, what's this brown stuff on the carpet?"
What
Oh
the
yeah,
hell?
yeah. So this wasn't New Year's, but no, I think it was Eve, New Year's Eve. I had a passenger get in, young lady, whatever. She got in the car. I'm like, hey, you going to 123 Main Street? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, cool. So we start driving, whatever. I'm just kind of, you guys know I keep my head focused forward. I don't want no problems. You can't say no type of sexual harassment, none of that. My head's forward, so I'm just driving. We're about 5 minutes into the trip. She says, hey, excuse me. I'm like, yeah, what's up? She's like, hey, what is this brown stuff at the ground? I'm like, I don't know. I have a mat. Maybe it's dirt, because it's been a long night. It's probably just dirt. She's like, no, that doesn't look like dirt. So I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. We get to a red light. I'm like, okay, what are you talking about? And I look back, and it looks like it's basically like the tobacco stuff. So
Yeah.
yeah, like if you're a person that smokes, like basically you get a cigar, you cut it open, and what they did was they basically dumped all of the tobacco just on the ground. Now this is a Uber X passenger,
Oh, even better. Even
and they
better.
got out the car, didn't tell me nothing about it. So this young lady's in the car, she's looking at me like, you just leave that type of stuff on the car, and I'm like, oh, I didn't know.
Right.
But
I mean,
now
people
that's
got to understand that people get in, people get out, people get in. It's not like you stop in between every ride and spit shine your goddamn vid. Well, maybe Scott does.
well, with
He's
his
a
type
different
of
animal.
rate, if
That
500
different
is
animal
just
over
a
there.
casual
Scott
day,
different animal. But the rest of us peons, us peasants down here in the Uber world, we don't. I mean, I check. I've made it a habit, but I hear you, bro. It's not something you think you would have to look for, right?
and
All
then
right.
of
So
course
how'd
she
your New Year's Eve
reported me.
go? What kind of
Uh,
money? What kind of money did you make?
so for New Year's was amazing for me. So I made $700. I was.
Nice. 700.
So I didn't know how it was gonna go. So you guys know, I mean, if you watch my channel at all, I do Amazon Flex. So I at least felt like it was gonna be a $300 day. So I started off with Amazon early in the morning because I was just like, look, if I don't make no money, I want to at least have 100, 150, okay, whatever. So yeah, I did Amazon early in the morning. I took a nap in the middle of the day. I kind of told Benny this on the radio. I was like, look, man, I'm just gonna take a nap in the middle of the day. And I went back out at like 6. I didn't get a chance to get a ride until 7 because I washed the car because I'm like, it's New Year's. I gotta make this happen. So whatever. I washed the car. I took my first ride at 7, and I want to say from 7:38 to about 6 in the morning, I had nothing but surge. And yeah, I was just cranking out the rides. Premiere only, upper platforms. Oh, it was amazing. I took nothing but and when I look back at my rides, every ride was about 10 minutes or less.
Okay.
Yeah.
You was short tripping. I remember we was all on the radio. I remember you was getting after it, bro. You was getting some good surges, good rides. I remember you getting after it. And real quick, I'm gonna have Omar speak on this a little more tonight before we take off. But listen, when you guys out there in the chat hear us talking about the radio, we use an app called Zello, Zello, and we've been saying and suggesting, not saying, because we ain't your daddy and you ain't my mama, so don't tell me what to do. But we've been suggesting you guys use this app in your local area, your local markets. There's 8 or 10 guys in the chat right now that are out of LA, out of Cali, right? All them guys should be on this channel together, working together, helping each other out. We're only here once a week for now, right? But like every day, we're on the radio talking, helping each other out. Sometimes we're arguing, like
A lot of times.
especially Nick and Richie Woo. Them two they love each other so much they always arguing, right? And Omar and I are always trying to play peacekeeper, but it don't always work out that way. So you let them argue and call it a day, right?
The common denominator is Benny and Omar, Benny and Richie.
Don't blame me.
Benny and the
Don't
other
blame
Richie.
me. Don't blame me. Don't blame me. Anyway, but you guys should really consider that Zello app. We'll put a link in the description. Nobody makes any money off that. It's no listen. If you guys got markets, and Omar can talk more about that in a little bit. All right, so Nick, you banged out 700. You had a good night. No pukers, right? Nobody in here had a puker.
No. No. I was watching everybody that came to my car. I stopped like right before, so I wanted you to walk to my car, and yeah, I made sure. If you look like the slightest stumble, I would have drove past you.
You ain't lying. You can't walk. You ain't getting in my car. You cannot walk to my car. If you need assistance getting to my car, and it ain't it's not a physical impairment.
Damn, what if they're handicapped?
No,
But I
no
just
walk,
said that.
no walk, no service.
Hey.
I like that one. I like that one.
If you're alcohol, being drunk is not a handicap. That's a choice. Okay.
I don't know about that.
So I'm going to say hell no. Okay. All right. Cool. Omar. How'd you do, sleepyhead? Mister, I go home in the middle of the
Oh, it got all quiet.
New Year's Eve.
Well, it was a very up and down day. As you guys know, I was very adamant about not working that day because that lift blitz that we had, where we couldn't see out our payouts and stuff like that, and at times it felt like the app itself was glitching. I said to myself, here's reason number 956 why I shouldn't be out here working. So I kind of just had I was in a funky mood.
No.
And then like the strategy I wanted to employ, I left my house. I feel like I left my house at least an hour late. And so but let's just say at the end of the day, and when I woke up the next day with tips and everything else and some adjusted math, it ended up being an okay night. I won't say it was a great night, not by my standards, but it was an okay night. I normally don't like to talk about my earnings because I don't want people to get a false sense of what this is. The pivot is still down, like Vinny says. It is still very much down, and my earnings are very much down from last year. Year after year after year, my earnings are down. But the amount of hours I'm putting in are going up, way up.
Okay, hold on, Omar. Can you say that again? What does Vinny say? That's right.
The pivot is down.
Okay, that's all I needed to hear.
Yes.
That's like twice this week, Nick. That's twice this week, Nick. I got it.
Sweet. 2024 is on a good note.
You just said, Vinny, we're the peacekeepers. We are. I mean, we got these people from Boston who like to start fights, man, in their Plymouths, man. I don't know.
In their Plymouths, yeah. Well, when they're swinging a 1 inch and trying to act like
they're trying to swing with the big boys,
Yeah.
No. Can't swim with us. So yeah, my night with adjusted math was over 1,000.
Okay.
So, but I will tell you this.
Wait. Time out. What do you mean adjusted math?
Well, I had a tip come in that you're aware of, and that.
So we're gonna act like the rideshare companies now and lie to the shareholders and say, with our adjusted EBITDA, this is what I actually made.
Yeah. Well, we we actually lost money. Yeah. That's what they tell the IRS, right? So and let me tell you, my night, I went home before at like 11:30, for personal reasons, but also to kind of reset my mind, and I was below 200 at the time. So mind you, I went from below 200 to 1,000 in after midnight. So I had hella fucking comeback. I had to go home and have my coming to Jesus moment.
Well, see, and that's why I mentioned the Zello group.
Spiritual awakening.
Because I remember yelling at you to, hey, get your head out your ass. Let's figure it out. Clear the chamber and let's reload. I remember telling you that. because I could hear it in you. And with the glitch that was happening already, and nobody being able to see their lift rides, right? As soon as we realized the glitch was happening, first thing I said in the group was start screenshotting all your rides. Screenshot all your rides and don't worry about it. Don't turn off the app. Don't not take the money. As long as you get a screenshot, they got to pay you. Well, you hope they got to pay you. I still don't know if we're missing money, bro. I still think we're missing tips, but who knows? At this point, we'll never know. It's
yeah. I mean, we don't know. We don't know if that money went to Guatemala and then got did this and then came back to us. I mean, we don't know. We don't know.
34%.
We can only speculate, right?
90% take rate on tips. Who knows, right?
So,
but I know one thing. I know one thing though. I wasn't going to turn down no Lux Black SUV.
Me either.
Y'all
people waited for me. I was casting rides, like I would be like south of Fort Lauderdale, like a good 5 miles or so, and I went to them. I was trying not to do that. My strategy was park. The map was more lit up than I thought it would be, and so for me, a $20 or a $30 bump was the same in South Broward or Fort Lauderdale or Pompano or Boca or Miami. It was the same thing. So just park, and it would come. I let the night come to me. And then it just after midnight, it came to me. I went to West Palm Beach all the way back down to Miami, back to Fort Lauderdale. There was no traffic.
Right
after midnight, there was no traffic. It seemed like a lot of drivers also. Then the following day were probably timed out, or they were just knocked out.
So, well, when I talked to Eddie, what's today? Today's Wednesday. So when I talked to Eddie yesterday, when we did the midday live yesterday. He told me and I don't know where he's at. I guess he's out working. When he told me he shut off his app because Lyft was he didn't want to do anything for Lyft. I thought to myself, I said, if Eddie shut his app off, I know other people shut their fucking app off too. Because they thought they were going to get ripped off. And so they all went to Uber or whatever, family and friends, whatever the hell they was doing that night. But yeah, Omar, that was a hell of a comeback, bro. It was a hell of a comeback to come back and get to the 1K club. It's not hard to do. It's not easy to do. Nice. I did 650 for the day. But my night ended early. I was done by like 1:30 because I just couldn't keep my eyes open. I went out and worked New Year's morning. There's a number of reasons. I didn't get any sleep the night before and yada, yada, yada. I went out and worked a few hours in the Tesla during the morning hours. And then there was a little confusion and I didn't have my truck available, but I came home and got it and got back out on the road about 7:30. Like I said, 650 for the day. That's what I did. And then if I could have stayed out like Omar, I'm sure I could have got to at least 800-900 easy because the surge was there. The money was there. If you're in South Florida, we'd like to hear from you in the comments how you made out. I'm trying to keep up with everybody there. That glitch, bro. Listen, one of the things I think drivers got to be aware of is when you see a glitch like that happening. Yes, it's screwed up. Yes, it's bad. Yes, we got trust issues with the apps. Yes, we think they're stealing our tips. Yes, nobody likes the fucking apps, but we're all working for them. Just screenshot your ride. Just screenshot it.
Right.
Just screenshot it. If you look at it, you're going to take it, pop out, screenshot it, and then take the ride. And then deal with the rest of it afterwards. Because it's better to have that opportunity to get your money than to not make any money at all. And that's how I felt about it.
The light of day is the best disinfectant for
yes, sir.
For anything for any organization or government that's trying to hide. In this case, we're talking about Lyft and Uber.
So okay, so we're going through some stuff here. Well, listen, and then I caught the replay this morning. Last night or this morning, I caught the replay of Show Me the Money Clubs. And I tell you what, man, fucking Sergio went off. Like there were some aspects that I didn't even cross my head. Because listen, I'm an old head. I've been doing this part-time now. This is now starting my 9th year as a part-time driver. Okay. Wow. I've seen all the bullshit they got to throw at us. So maybe I'm used to it and newer drivers aren't used to it. Maybe this is a lot of drivers' first year driving New Year's Eve. When I saw the same fucking glitch last year, had to deal with this shit last year, so I react differently. But what I didn't think about with the glitch, bro, how many people had to pay their rent on the first? Got payments coming out of their bank accounts on the first and on the second, and their money wasn't there for them to make those payments. We all know New Year's Eve is an Uber driver's Black Friday. That's the day that we all come out of the red and get into the black for a change. And with them squeezing us down and with Lyft doing it, bro. And so I was listening to Sergio last night, man, and I give him a big round of applause because if y'all think that dude is a shill for these companies, you're out your fucking mind. Because all the way he went off on them last night, I'm telling you, listen, you need to go and watch last night's Show Me the Money Club with Sergio talking about the glitch, calling out David Risher to his face, calling out Dara Khosrowshahi to his face. If y'all think Sergio, now I ain't trying, listen, I ain't sucking his dick or none of that bullshit, but I'm telling you, I know a real person when I see him. I've been around enough fake motherfuckers to know. Sergio snapped on them last night. Now, I don't know if it's going to make a difference. We don't know. But man, y'all need to get off Sergio's ass about being a show, because enough is enough of that bullshit.
The other thing too, Vinny, is that how many people or how many drivers actually had only $20 left and went to the gas station and said, it's New Year's Eve, I'm going to fill up my gas tank and then go drive on Lyft. And then as soon as I make $70 off of a few rides, I can cash out, fill up my gas tank, and then go drive for the rest of the night. How many of those drivers are now just sitting there? They sat there and was like, well, okay, I'm just going to go back home because I can't do anything. So all those drivers that got screwed.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, what happened with Lyft, that's the second year. Like, that can't happen. At the one day of the year that these apps, I don't care which app it is, that these apps should absolutely make sure of is New Year's Eve.
But it started early. It started early.
Yeah.
It started like, and so in my head, I said to myself, here we go with this bullshit. Here we go. Like, and so Eddie went home. I didn't know that. Like I said, I went home and sat down, and it's something I'm not going to say why I went home, but and let me tell you, the keys almost stayed on my desk.
I would say that like I said, man, it's the one night out of the year when a driver can actually make real money. They feel like they're making real money. Right? It's the one night a year they get a taste of what it is to make real money. Right? And for that to happen and it not be the first time it happened, somebody, this is why people got trust issues. This is why drivers got trust issues with these apps. This is why they don't believe one word that comes out of either of these CEOs' mouth, or director of operations, vice president of this, executive senior advisor for that. Nobody gives a shit what you say. Actions speak louder than words. And the only actions we're seeing is Lyft. You decided that you didn't want us to be able to follow our rides. So, listen, you get what you deserve, right? You get what you put in. And so, yeah, that's how I felt about that. But that shit hit me, bro, when I listened to Sergio this morning about what about people that had to pay their rent. And I see in the comments, I know, some people just got it. Some people just got it rough. I got all these medical bills that I got to deal with right now that I can't do nothing about. Right. And so life ain't exactly easy for me either. I got to get out here and work more than I want to, but at least I'm having fun with it now. So yeah, I'm not going to look down on anybody about that, man, because everybody's situation is different. It ain't always sunshine and rainbows. Isn't that what they say? So anyway, all right. So it sounds like for the most part, everybody got their money and did well. That's good. I'm trying to look through the Discord. I got to spend some time in the Discord after the show and see how everybody's doing in there. Okay. On to a few other things, a few other announcements. For this year coming up in the Rideshare Garage, We're going to try to limit the show to between an hour and an hour and a half, unless it's just flowing. If it's flowing, we'll keep going, but we're going to try to reduce some of the time because sometimes the show gets a little stale, and I don't want to start picking on Omar for entertainment value. I like Omar, and he's got a soft little tush that I like to grab, so I'm just going to grab that little ass one day when I see him again.
Oh, there you go.
Right, he's the right height. And just like grab
Oh,
his,
he's 5'2".
huh?
So
He's
now
5'2".
he needs to go on timeout.
Okay, I'll go on timeout. Nick,
I mean, right on cue. And you know what's sad? It's the SUV guys. It was Scott first, then it was me, then it was Vinny.
Yep.
Cause trouble,
Yep.
So I think when Vinny comes back, we have a big announcement to make in regards to the Discord. I have no idea. Is Steven there? Did he get kidnapped at the border? I don't know.
Oh shit!
No, I'm
No,
here.
he's probably in Carlsbad. Probably in Carlsbad having a nice burrito.
I'm about to say Steve is still on
I'm
the
in
run.
Encinitas.
Ooh, there you go.
Say that again, Steven. Steven's Spanish is so broken.
Steven's eating that burrito. He ain't thinking about talking to you. He's like,
Yeah.
this is messing with
He's
my.
eating a California burrito right now with French fries.
And-
That's what he's eating.
Ugh,
So
gross. Nah.
Yeah, that's
what the
that's,
hell?
that's the best
So we've got
burrito down there.
winners. We've got some winners from the December month-long challenge. We have winners from the weight loss challenge.
Yes,
And then
I
we've
won
got
that.
the winners from December 31st. Steven is going through. He's giving everybody 48 hours to get their screenshots up in the Discord so that we can
Yeah.
declare the winner and get y'all paid out. So if you
Yep.
were part of that and you announced early, please get your screenshots in. We want to get this thing done by Friday and on to the next set of challenges. So
Right.
please. The other thing that we got going on, and I don't want anybody to feel any kind of way here, but hold your horses. We haven't decided what night yet, what day or night or what time. Okay. But we are going to have a second night of Rideshare Garage. And this is going to be called the Tesla Edition.
Flopped out.
What we're doing.
I'm out.
Okay. I'm out. There he is. He's gone.
Right.
Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring in the guys that have Tesla's EVs. Everybody is more than welcome to join this podcast. It'll be about an hour long, either once a week or once every 2 weeks. And we're going to focus strictly on how rideshare and EVs, mainly Teslas, because that's what everybody drives, but all EVs are welcome, and try to give everybody a little okay, I'm tired of waiting, sir. Wait a minute. Where's Sergio here? Oh, nobody told me Sergio was here. You, God damn it. I didn't know you were there, Sergio. My bad, bro. Anyway, now you got to wait. You're in timeout again. Hold on. So,
Jeez.
so we're going to do the Rideshare Garage Tesla Edition. We will start that next week. And so hope everybody will tune in for that. That's the second announcement. Okay. And Nick, you want to do an announcement?
Wait, Vinny, I have to ask. Because I want to ask. Is this for Tesla owners or Tesla, or is it going to be both?
You know what? You some bitch, you. Okay. All right.
That was for Buddha.
That's true. That's true. Yeah.
I'm gonna go
Yeah.
call your wife right now and let her know about your
No,
Las
no.
Vegas.
No. I take it back, Winnie the Pooh.
Now you're in timeout too while I make this phone call.
Right.
I got
This is
a
Steven.
follow-up question to that. If you don't have the title in your hand, does that mean you own it?
No, if you ain't got no title, brother, you don't own nothing.
No, you
So
don't.
you're either renting it from someone or you're renting it from the bank, right?
One or the other.
Exactly.
By the way, Mrs. Steven, no, that rider's name was not Jack. It was Jack A. Yeah, it was
Right.
Jack A. Yeah. Yeah. Call your husband. He's waiting on you.
Right.
Mess with this bull, you definitely gonna get a horn.
Hey, take it up with Buddha. It was Buddha.
Well, I don't know what Buddha's talking about. His daddy owns the car, not him.
Oh.
He already
This
breaking
is the
it.
same as 2023 all over again.
All over again. Sergio,
Right?
how you doing, brother? Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, Sergio.
Happy New Year, everybody.
Sergio.
How you doing, buddy? It's
Um,
good to see you're alive.
I'm doing well. Yeah, I'm still not fighting. I'm down to a average cold now from C19, so which is good.
Ooh.
Was that confirmed?
Um,
Did they confirm
yeah,
you with it?
and I haven't tested yet today, so hopefully I'm negative. But stopped me from driving. It would have been a good night, and I'm glad everybody got their bags. And then it was good to reminisce, though, because that was an average weekend for most of us in LA in the good old days. Now the newbies know what we're talking about, as opposed to not know what we're talking about. But yeah, I'm glad everybody did well. I think it was way above average, way above expectations, as far as I'm concerned, nationwide. I mean, I'm sure some people didn't make out as well as they did, but on average, I think it was much better than expected. So I'm glad everybody did well. I'm glad everybody's safe.
Well,
And yeah,
there's one thing that I don't know how many other drivers heard this from their riders, but I didn't mention. And since you just brought that up, I'm going to mention it. You know how many of my riders were telling me that Uber, when they went to order an X, they were told there are no cars available.
yeah.
Lyft and Uber was telling in the app, we're telling riders we don't have any cars available. No. So is that a matter of maybe a lot of drivers said to hell with it, I'm not driving, or maybe more people saved up all their money through leading up to the holiday and all of them went out and partied on New Year's Eve.
I think that's what happened because leading up to New Year's, it was the worst 3-4 days ever. I think everybody waited and shot their wad, knowing that they're going to get ripped anyway. So instead of using Ubers, I think they just waited to go, to go out and come back home. And thank you, DC. But yeah, I think it was good. It was really good. And glitch or no glitch, it proves multi-apping is the key. If you got turned off somehow, which you shouldn't have anyway, but I grant there is no trust with these companies, but then the systems that they run are not as simple as everybody thinks they are. They have backups of backups of backups of backups because but to me the glitch was not the issue. The issue was the unintended consequences of the glitch. People in a lot of rentals, they have a certain threshold that they have to hit as far as trips are concerned, and those did not count, and they didn't hit that threshold. They got hit with a whole bunch of extra rental fees the next day. People who were going to make platinum or platinum plus didn't make it because the dollar amounts up to New Year's Eve didn't go into their accounts, and they missed platinum. And there are a lot of
Yep, I
unintended
miss platinum.
consequences. Yep. And the problem with that is now, I know they have backups for earnings, they have backups for trips, but I don't know if they have backups of those parts of the system. And if you're an average driver and you're having a good night and you're counting on your rematch benefit that you get for being platinum or platinum plus, well, you're not going to have that in January now. Those need to be made whole somehow. I don't know if they have the backup systems to figure that out, but overall, I thought it was good. It was what drivers needed, at least for that day, anyway.
Well, I caught up with your show this morning from last night, and I'm going to tell you right now that bro,
I mean, it is.
without a doubt, well, no, because I said it when you wasn't here, so I'm gonna say it to your face because we're men, bro. Anybody who calls you a shill from this day forward
We don't care about those things.
it's that's not the point. That's not the point, Serge.
I know,
Because you
but
can doesn't mean
but
you know
look,
what I'm
look. I mean, I take my shit very seriously, very responsibly, and with a lot of support and a lot of you know, I mean, responsibility comes the way you take it, and I'm taking it very seriously. And there will be people who who ride coattails, grab subs, this and that. And to me, it's like we're growing just fine. We're happy with what we're doing. You can't make everybody happy, man. You can't even sometimes make your wife happy. So it's like, who am I to make everybody happy on the internet? And that's not my job. And my job is to put my head down and put my blinders on and execute the plan, follow the plan. And many people think we just don't have a plan, but we do have plans. But I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Thank you. And when everybody says, well, not everybody. I mean, 1 out of 1,000 will say, "Oh, you're a shill. You're getting paid by Uber." Well, so are you. Everybody else is. I mean, everybody got paid by Uber and Lyft on New Year's Eve. So I'm like, it's like, those are the, the positives are so outweigh the negatives that I'm just happy with the way things turned out for the community, for the fact that it was a better than average night. I honestly had very low expectations going into it, seeing what was going on average weekends, gray maps, all this stuff. And it was a good surprise, although they did try. Uber definitely suppressed the surge before New Year's, but that's why we
100%.
said work Lyft until New Year's, and then at 1:30 it kicked in. And I was really tempted at 1:30 to get in my car, drive about 7 miles south on my 405 freeway, which is next to me, and be in Westwood with a $30 surge. And they did cap it at 30, you could tell. But no, I mean, it was good, it was really good. I'm glad it worked out. And it shows that the demand is there on special nights now, not on every weekend. And people who had a strategy did a lot better than who didn't have a strategy, like my North Hollywood neighbor. Fuck, Steven. If you don't watch Show Me the Money, I mean, Jesus Christ, bro. Vegas? Really?
It's on every Tuesday.
That's five $30 short trips in West Hollywood. Come on, you know better. I'm disappointed.
Listen, he's in the green room, but his camera's not here, so I don't think he can hear you talking shit to him. But
I'm not talking shit to him. I was like, for a veteran, I'm disappointed to take a trip to Vegas.
This sounds like he's keeping it real. I mean, like,
that's true.
Call it the way
that's what we're supposed to do with each other. We're supposed to hold each other accountable.
Yeah, because I mean, if you do that, then what is a amateur supposed to do? I mean, come on, right? But I mean, look, obviously joking, tongue in cheek here, but hopefully he learned. Hopefully he won't do it again. What can you do? I mean, I didn't know. I forgot the gentleman's name in the white hoodie.
Scott.
Who, me?
Scott.
Oh.
Scott.
Yep.
I didn't know you. I didn't know you're south of me, so I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure we'll meet at some point somewhere.
Yeah. If you ever want to come down to Orange County, I'll take you out to dinner. So.
Well, you may get your chance because my son is going to play in the Manchester City tournament on January 9th and 10th. I'm dreading the fuck out of it. But
I'm
hopefully I'll be in Oceanside for 2 days, paying $500 for a Motel 6.
Okay.
And I'm like, shit. Anyway, but I'll ring you up. Vinny can hook us up. He can send you my email. Well, Sergio at therideshareguy.com. So there you go. That's
I hear it every Tuesday. I hear it every Tuesday. I'm like, Sergio.
So I'm glad you all did well, especially Omar. I mean, he didn't quit. You didn't quit. I'm proud of you, Omar. You went back out and fucking grinded the shit out of it.
Wasn't gonna let him quit. If he'd have quit, I'd have went to his house and kicked his ass. I really
man. Look.
And I'd have caught a ride going there to get out, kick his ass, and then I caught a ride when I left his house.
There you go.
Bad is bad, good is good. It was a good night. Just take a victory lap, take a high five. That's it, and then keep grinding. Yeah, Mr. Gambit, it was fucking great.
Well, I
So yeah,
wasn't happy with the caps on the $30 surges.
no, I know, but
and prior to midnight, Uber had a lot of white snow capped mountains.
yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
there was surge. Don't get me wrong. There was,
Oh, there is surge. There is always surge.
$3, $5, $7.
Yeah.
But to hold it back like they did was just, and then have people get in my car and tell me, "Oh man, I couldn't get a ride.
Yeah.
We've been waiting an hour and blah
Yeah.
blah blah blah." And I'm looking at the app and I'm like,
Yeah.
this motherfucker, what's the deal here? So I don't
Yeah.
know.
I mean,
the thing I noticed was that they were still doing that BS where the demand is coming from over here, but the big number was over here. And so
Yeah.
that's what I would do. I might be parked on like an alley, sitting on top of like a 20, and I'm like, I'm just gonna sit right here. But the demand was like 5 miles away.
Yeah.
I just sat
actually,
there and I was using my Power app, and I just said, I'll wait for Power to tell me to take this trip.
You know what? The other thing that caught my eye was that in LA anyway, what happened is that a lot of people started working early, and like let's say 5 p.m. And the 12-hour clock kicked in, and surge kept going on until like 6, 7 in the morning, and I was like, wow. That's what happens when you don't time it right as a driver and your 12-hour clock runs out, and then now you're screwed. That's one thing they need to pay attention to next year, hopefully.
And I work like 14 hours, 1 clock.
Yeah.
You got to know what
well,
you're
on
doing.
Uber you can. I don't know if the Lyft is still letting you do it.
On Lyft, you got to know what you're doing. You got to know when to turn it off.
Yeah. But Lyft, but they were both good. But I thought Uber was better after after 12 o'clock for sure, and Lyft was better before 12 o'clock. And yeah, it was good. I'm glad. I wish I could have driven. Show some numbers out there. And Scott, the $90 8-minute trip you got is a hidden surge trip. You got to pay attention to those these days.
Yeah, but it's for me to drive Uber, it's like super part-time.
Yeah. Oh, of course.
But when they show up, I just click on it.
Yeah.
I'm like, yep, let's go.
Yeah.
$88 to go down the street to the Spectrum.
Yeah.
I'll take you there.
Yeah,
but then I had to wait 15 minutes for her. So
yeah. Well,
that was okay.
I mean, yeah, I think it all evens out. It's like, I mean, if you're doing Uber X on surge, if you have a $30 surge, you are going to wait.
Oh no, yeah, exactly. Quick question. So if Uber is saying there's no Uber X drivers available, isn't that a good thing for Uber? Like to say, hey, jump on Comfort, jump on XL now.
Of course.
For Uber to get more money.
Of course.
So why don't they just do that most of the time? I don't get it.
I've been saying it.
Wait. But here's the problem with that. Because the other thing that if you were paying attention on New Year's Eve and you were driving, especially with Lyft, the bonus wasn't a bonus. It was the most adamant, in-your-face, fair replacement we have seen since they've gone to this upfront pricing bullshit.
Yeah.
Okay. It was adamant. So now you got surge or bonus on either of the apps, and a ride that would normally, I'm just throwing out a random number, a 10-mile ride that would normally pay $25, right? And you got $15 bonus or $15 surge, and the ride's paying $30. So that I did notice, I paid attention to. But listen, I know how to cherry pick with the best of them. I know what rides I'm going after. But yeah, I had never seen fair replacement on such display as we did as we saw New Year's Eve. It wasn't in addition to, it was just as. Nick, who was that? Nick, didn't you have $19 and they sent you a ride for $20?
Jeez.
Yeah.
Yep. I had to decline. I had to cancel a bunch of them.
Yeah. I've seen that like on a normal day.
Yeah, he's got a $19 surge, and they send him a ride that's going to pay him $20.
Yeah, that's the bad thing with this upfront fares. That's what needs to get fixed for sure. There's many things to get fixed. Hopefully, we can fix it this year. We'll see.
And it felt so good because I'm like, oh, it's $20. Oh, Wait, I got a $96 search.
Yeah, you're driving 5 miles for $1. Yeah.
But anyway, but other
Yeah.
than that, it was I listen. The one thing in the group here, at least, and I hope everybody in the chat, same thing. Nobody got sick in our cars. Which
That's a
at
good
the
thing.
end of the day, bro, the money's fine, but nobody getting sick in your car. That's
Oh,
like the cherry on top of the cake.
That's the best. That's the best.
Yeah.
You come home in one piece and nobody threw up in your car. Oh, shit,
Oh,
that's great.
you can't beat that with a bat. Anyway,
Oop.
some of the other things that we were wanting to get into, and Serge, I still again, bro, it's like it's amazing to watch you go off the way you went off last night. I mean, I'm telling you,
I call it the way I see it, bro. I mean, look, it is what it is. It's like if I'm
Yeah.
going to lose my contacts at Uber and Lyft, so be it. I don't think so. They'll come. I'm sure they'll come around tomorrow after they watch it. I didn't say anything bad. I didn't say anything non-factual. I didn't say anything. Look, man, I'm appealing to their human side if they have a human side. And if you don't have a human side, then we can't talk. First you treat me like a human being, then you treat me like a driver. And
what
then
did
we
I
can
tell
talk.
you, bro? What's the number one thing drivers want from these apps is respect.
Respect, bro. Give me some respect.
Mhm.
I was out there busting my ass, and you know, I say this everywhere, and you know, people get in my car. I ask them, who's the CEO of Uber? They have no fucking idea. Who's the CEO of Lyft? They have no fucking idea. They know me. I'm the representative of Uber and Lyft.
Right.
They don't know anything else.
Right.
And if I'm pissed off, the next passenger is not going to have a good ride. And
Yeah.
it's on you, not me.
and
So
and and not just that, Sergio. You're like you said, you get hit with everything. They get in the car. Why is this Uber costing $50, $60? It only cost me $10. This is bullshit, and
yeah,
it's all on you. You know, like I don't control the
yeah,
pricing. I'm not the
yeah.
CEO of the company.
Yeah, but the other thing is, you know, this year's plan has to be instead of inform and educate the driver community because it's super transitory. You know, there is one thing that stays and keeps growing is the passenger community, right? And you know, trust me, the passengers last a lot longer on the Uber platform than any average driver does. Because by the time I can get to a newbie or a driver, they're already burned out and gone. So change of tactics is going to be very necessary. I'm betting out 142 million Uber passengers on their platform. I bet you at least half of them have a heart. The rest probably don't give a fuck. They
Right.
just want a cheap
Fair.
trip from A to B. But at least half of them do. And if I can get to some of these people and start getting some media involvement and let the passenger know that, hey, buddy, you know, your life is in my hand for this 15 minutes, and I'm not being treated well by the company. And
I don't know
you
if
need
I
to.
tell my writer that way, but I get you.
No, it is. It's true. I have your life in my hand. Not that I'm gonna go hit a pole or some shit, but what I'm saying is that my value to you is a lot more than you think it is, and
Yeah.
it should be the same to the company.
Right. And
And
I've said that as well. I've told people that. I've said they asked me why weren't I told some people why I wasn't going to work tonight. They're like, "Why?" Because I'm taking so much risk. The aggressive driving
absolutely,
was very
Oh yeah.
everywhere. I
Everywhere.
tried to avoid the highway too, but I ended up with some long trips. But let me tell you, the
look,
aggressive driving was
you all are veterans. You can all read the room when the passenger gets in the car. You can all figure it out if they're interested in talking without being overbearing. And you need to read the room and go at your passengers one by one, spread the word one by one. Because, you know, to Lyft's credit, Lyft leaves the fare on the board, unlike Uber that hides the fare after you turn, you know, after you slide it over. It's like right there. I go, what did you pay? And look what I'm making. I mean, it's
Right.
right then and there. So I think that should be the next play, as opposed to tell drivers, oh, go cherry pick. Look, there's only 3 million drivers, 4 million drivers in the US. There's 150 million passengers. I think you can get to the passenger easier. And
I try to take everyone off the platform if I can.
well,
Each and every one of them.
absolutely. Absolutely. If you're set up, look, man, if you're set up to
Yeah.
do it legally and
Yep.
justifiably, so you should. By any means and all means, you should.
All means. Yep. I have
You know?
cards I just shove to them. I'm like, here, don't
Yeah.
use this app. Don't use this app. So
Absolutely. You know, if you're gonna do it willy-nilly with some cockamamie rideshare insurance that you think you're covered and you're gonna do some fucking cash chips, go for it. but you're gonna get nailed one way or the other. But I understand where people's heads are. Desperation is desperation. Friends and family needs to take place because that's the only way they're gonna survive. I get it,
Yeah.
but watch your ass. That's all there is to it.
Mm-hmm.
And
I think my first Black XL passenger asked me not to take the highway. So she was semi-conscious of how dangerous it is. She was like, "Hey, would you mind not taking the highway?" And because it's Select Black XL, I said, "No problem." She threw
yeah,
in a nice tip too. So there were some tips. Normally, yeah, tips really helped me out for my night. And that's
did
supposed to be a normal thing. I don't know how you guys all did with tips, but normally on New Year's and even the holidays, really December, people are just thank you, thank you. I don't know if that was the sentiment that everybody else got, but
yeah? Did you guys think your tips were I don't know, stolen, taken away, whatever?
I didn't
On
get
Lyft,
Yeah,
I didn't get a lot of tips, and I normally get a ton of tips, especially if I do 20 rides. I get a ton of tips. So I don't know.
yeah.
I would
Um,
say we wait until the end of the week because a lot of people don't open up their app again until the weekend. So and then they tip their driver a week later. But I only
yeah,
did 2 rides on Lyft and only one person tipped me. So
yeah. There's a lot of people were also saying that because of the glitch, people couldn't tip.
whoa.
wow.
Yep, I had
In
a
the passenger app?
I don't know
yeah,
that, but
yeah.
I'm
So I
hearing it.
can tell you
I
that.
don't have screenshots. I don't have.
Well, I can tell you, I had a passenger that tried to tip me as the ride was going,
Yeah,
and say, "Hey, I
Mhm.
can't get in here and tip you, bro. I don't have any cash on me, and I can't tip you. I'll try to tip you later."
yeah,
That's when you bust out Venmo.
yeah, for sure.
That's true.
Yeah. So
Yeah, for
in
only
most
one
cases,
more year.
yeah. But did everybody in the group, whoever did Lyft, got fully paid so far?
I
Yeah.
did. Yeah, I
We
have.
hope.
I'm looking now. I think I got 2 tips that night on Lyft.
Yeah, I think you will. Some of you, if you did some surge trips, you will see
No,
some surges coming in as bonuses.
3,
Yeah,
4,
And
4
yeah,
tips.
I
Four
mean,
tips on Lyft. 4 tips
I'm
on Lyft.
pretty sure. I'm pretty sure I got all my money.
good. And and 2 years in a row.
Did you notice, Sergio?
I
Did you
mean,
notice the difference between the people that? So like with Lyft, you can cash out to your bank account, and you can
yeah,
cash out to like the Lyft debit card.
yeah,
Did you notice any difference between those two? Because for me, I didn't have a problem with getting my money, but I know a lot of people did. I mean, I didn't
yeah.
do a ton of rides on Lyft,
I
but
don't think it was like super nationwide, but it was deep enough. From what I know, because at like 6 p.m., 5:30 LA time, I started getting emails and texts saying, "What the fuck?" And I'm like, I don't know. And then I went to my app, and then I was down the street, turned my app on. I could turn my app on. I got a request, okay. But then I saw the straight line on the earnings line, and I go, something is up. And then I clicked on it, and then you get the message saying that earnings are not updating. And people did have problems with cashing out, although they did pay the 85 cents. They got charged 85, but they couldn't cash out. And the Lyft debit card was not getting the money after each trip. That's what was happening. And but from what I heard so far, everybody is getting paid or has fully gotten paid already. Are there going to be some are there going to be some shit that falls through the cracks? I'm pretty sure, but what Vinny said I think is valid. When stuff like this happens, you know take screenshots, man. That's your only savior. Just take, even if you're not going to accept the ping, just take it. Take the screenshot. So, but
That's got to be your first. That's got to be your first move. Whenever the app is glitching, always take a screenshot.
yeah,
It's got to be your. It's the only way you'll have any evidence or any proof of what's happening. I
yeah,
mean,
for sure.
everybody. I notice a lot of channels now. They're recording their rides. Whenever they start their shift now, they'll just go ahead and screen record their entire shift. If that's what you got to do, that's what you got to do. And if
Well,
nothing, it's like having a dash cam for your phone.
I mean, the downside with that is if you're going to screen record the whole session or whole shift, yeah, I'm sure you can if you have enough storage on your phone. Number one. Number two, you got to be careful. Like in California, we have a two-party consent state. You're going to have people coming in, going out. You cannot record them without letting them know that you're recording them. And you have to sit down and do a lot of editing to get rid of that stuff, which I don't think makes any sense. So,
but people are just they're doing what they got. I'm just saying it's a way to ensure that if there is glitches or problems with the app, you can support yourself.
Yeah, and I think you can
100%.
screen record without microphone.
Right.
Yep, sure can.
Right.
You
Yeah.
video
Right.
only on the phone.
Yeah,
that's
and the screen recorder app I use, it barely catches any conversation, so it just catches the ding, the beeping.
Yeah, the only way when I'm screen recording, I like talking over it. So, when I did those couple of videos that did like crazy good, which I didn't think they would do, but showing the fucking garbage I'm getting at $3.50 for 15 minutes in LA, and talking about the $32 per active hour, which is a fallacy. But although this weekend, if I'm negative, I am actually going to go work a couple hours on each app. Because as proud as I am from my daughter, she's got a volunteership/internship at Cedars-Sinai Hospital, which is the biggest hospital in LA. And we drive down there. I drop her off. I'm going to work a couple hours. Actually, my video idea is like I'm going to do a couple of those $3.50 15-minute trips, and then I'm going to walk into 7-Eleven, try to buy a fucking pack of gum and a Gatorade with it. Let's see if I can. And I'm going to record the whole thing, and I'm going to call them out again. So I go, where's my 32 per active, buddy? What's happening? I can even buy a hot dog from fucking 7-Eleven with that 350 chip. We're in 2024, people. In LA, I'm getting $3.50 pings for 4 miles.
Listen, have you guys noticed the price of a 12-ounce can of Coke has gone up to $1.49?
Shit.
$1.49 for the same thing a year ago we was paying 99 cents for.
Yeah, that's still cheap in LA. It's like $2.49.
For a can?
No, for that. What is that? 12 ouncer or no? 18 ouncer? The plastic one.
The plastic. Yeah, that's what we're paying here. But y'all got to pay all that. That new healthcare insurance plan y'all got there.
Whatever. Yeah, but yeah, I mean, I'm actually gonna do. I mean, for 2 hours, I'm gonna actually take every trip on Uber, as long as it's not like with a limit of 40 miles, let's say.
Oh, so you're going to do a little ant mode.
Yeah. I'm going to take everything. And then the next 2 hours, I'm going to take everything on Lyft. And then I'm going to go, look at my 32.
That's kind of the only way to do it, right? It's the only way to do it. It's the only way.
Well, it's not there. It's not there. It's definitely not there. But, those organic, things, they do really well. They just, people like enjoy it because they're feeling the same pain. And I'm, but I mean, anyway, without being too negative, I'm glad you all did well. Seriously, it's good. You guys all deserved it, and other than Steven.
Steven's got to be on a ride, bro. He's got to be on a ride. All right, real quick, let me take care of some housekeeping here. Y'all know it's coming. For all your rideshare gig apparel. Know your worth. Just Gig With It, your hat. See, I got on my hat tonight, my Just Gig With It hat. Y'all scan that QR code. Y'all go check out WeZoom Kyle. He's one of us. He's one of our own. He's got his own apparel company. He's got a lot of good stuff on his website. And don't forget, use the discount code VinnyCuz. All discounted proceeds goes to Sergio. What do you guys call that fund for the drivers, the drivers' families? The fund you guys.
No, we just go into their GoFundMe pages and donate.
Okay, all right. So,
well, I mean, I call it, to support the families of victims of violent crimes during gig work, and whatever we have collected and accumulated, and you can't help everybody, and it's the minuscule amounts, $20, $50, whatever. But you know, I tweet it, so it gets more push, you know, and yeah, it's a good cause, you know.
I think it's an awesome cause. I
Yeah.
think I think what you guys are doing with that is phenomenal, and that's why you guys are the unofficial official sponsors of the garage and the midday show with Eddie and Vinny, and soon to be the Tesla edition. And oh yeah, we're gonna work out the details, but Omar has come up with a really good idea. I'm gonna put him in charge of it. It's gonna be his little baby. It's gonna be catering to Excel and Premier drivers. It'll be a page in the Discord, and so Omar wanted it. Omar's got it. I hope he's ready for it. This ain't the New York Jets, baby. So y'all scan the code, use Vinny Cuz in the code word, and get your little discount in there to help these families out.
Yeah. It's awesome. And who said something? Oh, Melvin goes 262. Yeah. I'm actually looking forward to doing a couple of those 262s, Melvin. I mean, seriously, boys, we're in 2024. Can you just fathom to get paid 262 to operate a motor vehicle? I mean, you got to make fun of this at some point, because you crying is not going to help.
And you know what? I would say this too, because I'm learning more about like the whole EV thing, and like and then I laugh at Buddha and Steven when they fall asleep, and Nick when they fall asleep at the charger and wake up with like $40 in idle fees. Even electricity. Shit,
Yeah.
what you guys are paying is, to me, is way too high. Even at the low times when you guys say this is the cheap time to charge,
14 cents a kilowatt
even
is
242, even 242 is a lot for what you guys are paying for charging. Jeez. Let
Yeah.
alone me turning on my truck.
We're robbed. Yeah, you guys have it good in Florida, I hear, when it comes to charging. Electricity is cheap, supposedly.
Yeah, we do good. We do good.
Yeah.
We do good.
But no, I mean,
I don't think so. I don't think 14 cents is cheap. I think it should be cheaper than that. Seriously.
yeah, but demand is high. You know, these companies.
Again,
Sergio,
Elon said this. Elon said that the charging network by itself, the Tesla supercharging network by itself, will be a Fortune 500 company, which tells me there's somebody making some money.
Vinny, what was it? I know you're driving your Tesla now, right?
Yes, I have a Model Y.
Okay. Is it
I've
the
had it for a
7?
week now.
Is it black and black?
It's black on black, but no 5-seater, no 7-seater.
Not 5-seater?
Bro, listen. 7-seater it's pointless.
Yeah, you can't put luggage back there.
Bro, it's you can't put anything back there.
Yeah, even 5-seater luggage is tough.
No, I haven't had a problem with luggage in 5-seaters. I've gotten 3 big suitcases in there. I've gotten a couple big suitcases, a couple small suitcases. I haven't had that issue yet with luggage. That's been a problem. But yeah, bro, you can't do a 7-seater in that Model Y, bro. That's just it's ignorant. It's ignorant. It's.
Oh, did you guys ask WeZoom what he paid? He's up in Seattle, I think, for New Year's. He sent me some screenshots of a 14-mile, 26-minute or 23-minute trip he took in Seattle.
Oh, that
Did you guys see that? And did you see what he paid and what the driver got out of that? I was like, holy shit! They go, those guys have it good.
They do have it good. I hope they realize they have it good.
Oh yeah, the driver made like $35 for like 12, 13 miles or some shit. And
yep,
yeah, you can take a bus. Yeah, well, I don't think you can take a bus in. I haven't taken a bus in LA, so I don't know, but I'm guessing it's somewhere around that range probably. Yeah, 262, and Uber has broken the 3 threshold in LA. I've gotten a 273 now. I'm just going to make up parodies, like that. I'm just going to go do like 4 285 to 350 trips, get my like $12 for the whole hour, and then walk into somewhere, try to buy something with it. Like go walk into McDonald's and try to buy like a Big Mac meal, which I'm short $4.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to go. I'm going to record the whole thing. I'm just going to go to the cashier. I'm short $4. Can you wait until I go to another $3.20 trip so I can make it whole? and then put it on, because it's like it's laughable now that in 2024 that things like that exist to operate a motor vehicle profitably. I'm like,
262, and what the passenger pays like $7, right?
probably 750. Yeah.
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 Mr. Gambino, no one should ever drive for 265 when gas costs $6 a gallon. He's right.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
He's
But I mean, you know, you can put a lot of those together, Mr. Gambino. You can put a lot of those together. No, bro. It's a joke. It's an absolute fucking joke. I mean, it's a joke. You know.
Is it a joke? You think it's a joke, Sergio?
I think no, it's not a joke. Obviously it's not. But I think if there is one place that these companies will buckle at this year, I'm pretty sure it's going to be that Min Fair. Because I am fully planning on going out full force with that and literally gun for $3 trips and tortured my ass, my car. Just keep doing those $3 trips. And then at the end of the week, I have like 50 of them, and I've been online for 20 hours and active for 18, and my active hour is like $9.
If you're lucky.
Yeah.
If you're lucky.
And I'm gonna go, look at this. And then I'm gonna take that to the news media, and I'm gonna go, this is how it is, people. There you go. And I think it's gonna work. I just embarrass them to fucking death before I do anything else. It's crazy, you know. But
WeZoom said $57 for 22 minutes, 13-mile trip. Driver got $33 plus a $20 tip.
I mean, so for everybody who's against unions, for everybody who's against legislation, how many of those 262s I have to do to get to that? Forget the tip, to 33. I have to do 110, 14 of them to get to 33.
At least. But
Yeah.
that's got nothing to do with unions and got everything to do with legislation.
Well, legislation, but unions, the Teamsters got them to the promised land. So what I'm saying is that I'd rather do a single one of those, and people go, yeah, but you're not going to get any trips. Oh, yeah, it's going to be oversaturated. Oh, yeah. Well, I'd rather do one of those at an hour. That's it, right there.
Of course.
You know?
Of course. Yeah. I went out tonight. I worked for like 2.5 hours, 3 hours, something like that.
Yeah.
I had one $35 trip, that turned into a $51 trip.
Yeah.
And the $35 trip turned into a $43 trip. And then the $12 trip turned into a $15 trip. I'll do those all day long.
Yeah.
Two comforts, or no, I'm sorry. One comfort, business comfort. I did my first business comfort tonight.
Okay.
Oh, business
how'd that work out?
Here and Lux Black. So $110 and I'm home.
Good.
With you beautiful peoples.
Hit and run, baby. Hit and run.
Yeah.
If they can pay 9 minimum fare in France, why can't they do it here? Because France is a socialist country and we're not. That's why. They care about their workers' rights a little bit more than they care about workers' rights in this country. Yeah. But yeah. So great. I'm happy to be here, and I'm hoping I can drive this weekend. I missed driving on the New Year's. I really did. 20.
All right.
Huh?
Archie's a vet like me, so he's me. I'm waiting for the VA to kick in, so they got to kick in for this medical shit.
Okay. Yeah. What else?
Anyway, that's basically it. I mean, we've got we're gonna start Sergio, I don't know if you heard it or not. We're gonna start a Rideshare Garage Tesla edition. It's gonna be open to all EVs, but there's a group of us that are gonna focus on how EVs play a role in the whole in the rideshare space and the lifestyle and all of that. Listen, earlier today, I don't know how you guys feel about it. It's gonna sound off the wall, but I want to do it. I'm gonna take the time. I'm going to plan it out, and I want to do it. Okay? I'm going to take the time. I'm going to say this one more time. I'm going to take the time. I'm going to plan this thing out, and I want to do it this summer,
Okay.
July. Okay. I want to do a cannonball run, Uber, Lyft driver run. I'm already thinking along I-10 because I-10 goes from Florida all the way across to California.
Oh, is that the same I-10? Holy shit!
Yeah, it's the same
Damn.
I-10.
Wow.
Yeah, you can catch it all the way across.
You can go all the way to the beach, all the way to Santa Monica with that thing.
You can jump out there, stick your big toe in the water, and be like, "Nope, it's too cold. Going back to the East Coast."
Yeah.
And come all the way back. Okay.
Yeah.
And I don't know if we can do it. We're going to probably have to lean on you a little bit, Sergio, for this. I'm glad you're here. Is clearing into other states, because the idea is
To drive.
you start somewhere, everybody drives for a day or two, you have a good time with it, then you move on to the next city, and you just kind of come across the country.
Oh,
And
you mean
come
keep
back.
doing rideshare and keep going west?
Yeah, why not? I mean,
Oh.
it's something you do for the month, or I can do it, and I'm sure I'll get one or two guys from the area here that'll join me, right? And then we'll start, say, like in Tallahassee or in Orlando.
Okay.
And then every time we hit another city, we have a big rally. We'll call it the Rideshare Garage Cannonball Run. And we'll have a rally in Austin, and we'll have a rally in Atlanta, and we'll have a rally in Dallas. And, just something to do. A couple people get together, you come out, you take some pictures.
You
Have
guys,
some
you
fun.
know what you guys should do? You guys should get like some sponsors for that shit and raise some money for some victims of these carjackings and murders and
See
shit.
what I mean? See, you're thinking.
Yeah.
You're thinking. And so that was mentioned today on the midday show, and I am going to absolutely figure it the fuck out.
People will step up for that. I bet you they will. And I'll help you guys out. I mean, fuck, yeah. I think it's a good idea.
I want to do that. And I think
Yeah.
it would be, and if we can set it up for a good cause, maybe
Yeah.
for, half of it can be for victims of violence, Uber drivers, Lyft drivers, victims of violence, and you guys can do what you do with that.
Yeah.
And then the other half can go to some other charity, children's charity or something.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I'm in, and then
I want to do
I'll
it.
have a welcoming committee at the border, and well, I don't know. You guys are, let's see, 10. You guys are going to come in from Nevada, so yeah, we'll welcome you at the border in Nevada and California.
Well, the whole thing is that we got to be able to go to states where we can drive. So I was talking to. I know we can't drive in Nevada because you got to have a Nevada license.
Okay, then you guys got to come from
Arizona.
Arizona.
Arizona, Texas, into New Mexico.
I mean, it don't matter. Steven will be there anyway, so
Yeah.
Is Steven
that's what I
still in
wanted to do.
Vegas? Is Steven still in Vegas?
Oh no, Steven's actually down by the border right now.
What?
Yeah, he's down by the border.
He made something bad worse?
Steven, Black Vinny, you there?
questionable life choices.
So he went to
think you can hear
Vegas
me.
on a $250 trip. I'm going like, okay, wow. And then he took the 15, went all the way to Tijuana border. Is that what happened? I'm speechless.
Apparently, so is he. We're trying
Apparently,
to let him speak up, and he can answer for his.
Are you able to
he
hear
can
me?
answer for his transgressions.
Oh, okay. I thought the mic wasn't working. Yeah. So I took that trip, immediately regretted. I almost dropped her back off. And then, but I ended up doing the trip.
Okay.
And then, of course, I locked out at Arizona. Wasn't getting any rides. Buddha did tell me there's a spot where you can get rides, and it's very common for people that are trying to get out of Vegas to go to this spot in order to get a ride because you're now inside of California. But he told me way after the fact, so it doesn't really matter now, does it? And I ended up I had a choice of either going west and going back home after I got past Victorville and San Bernardino, or to go south and go. I wanted to test the San Diego market and whatnot, and I had already done some border trip. I had a border trip before that took me there, and one that took me all the way back to LAX. So I was like, okay, let's see if we can make some money. I didn't even know in San Diego there was some kind of concert going on right next to the airport. I did like 4 or 5 black rides out of the airport. I'm sorry, no, 3 black rides out of the airport, and delivered some pilots over to the Marriott over back next to the airport. And I was kind of just going back and forth, taking rides from the airport to the border and back. And then from there, I went my last trip going to the border. I waited until I got a ride heading toward LAX. I decided not to chance it because I wasn't sure if I was going to get a full LAX trip. It was already like 11, 12 o'clock.
Yeah.
So I ended up taking a ride over to, I think it's Oceanside, and then I just drove the rest of the way back.
Oceanside is
Yep.
not.
So I made 300 that.
Yeah. I don't know why you did it, Steve.
Hey, you can the people that were in the Discord that day heard me go back and forth about the whole thing. So yeah, I don't think it was a good ride, but also I started seeing the surge going down. Uber had already screwed me for the hours before 12. I was frustrated, and I wasn't happy working in the LA market compared
You
to
did
what
the
I did
same thing
last year.
You went to
And
Ventura County last year.
yeah, I went to I was like, so I tried to stay local. What was it? Right before you cross over in to West Hollywood. What's that area? Santa Clarita? Not Santa Clarita.
To West
Shoot.
Hollywood?
Well, yeah.
From which direction? From the
Above
lake?
West Hollywood. North. Yeah, north. That little strip right there where people.
Universal Studios,
Yeah, right there. Yeah, because for the longest time, even on Lyft, there was no surge in West Hollywood or Los Angeles, and all the rides I kept getting, they wanted to go down to West Hollywood. I mean, it was packed over there, but there was no surge.
Yeah, but
So,
it was surge was
yeah, I did a couple.
1:30, 1:15 surge kicked in on Uber, and I was
Yeah.
lit up until 6 in the morning. And I was like, okay,
See,
everybody.
when I saw it disappear, I started going. I saw the surge start going down at 3. So I was like, because I went to go charge at like 2:30 to 3,
Yeah.
and I started seeing the surge on Uber disappearing, and so I was like, oh, I'm screwed. Like that was it. And
No.
so yeah, so I didn't see the rest of the hours after that. Because then that ride came in, and I was like, you know what? Let me just take this 200. It ended up being 290. But I'm like, just let me take this, and I'll go home
there's a
from there.
cap on those,
But I
right?
completely forgot.
There's a cap on those,
I'm sorry?
There's a cap on those interstate trips. You know that, right?
Right. On
I
Lyft,
didn't know that. No.
no, on Lyft there is.
Oh,
I don't know about Uber.
oh,
On
Uber
Lyft,
too. There's a cap on those.
No, Uber.
There's like an Uber has
Oh,
like, I think Lyft
okay.
has a $400 cap.
yes.
And Uber I think
like
has
4 hours.
something.
Well, is it just on standard rides? Because I believe with the other apps, they hide the amount that they're paying, or how much the ride costs, but they still allow you to book.
You can book it,
And
they
then
will
those
not pay
rides
you.
tend to come.
They will not pay you. They'll cap you out. Like if the trip is 500, they'll pay you only 400.
Oh, okay.
So,
I
but
got you.
okay, it's okay. Let's chalk it up to experience. Please don't do that again.
Yeah.
Sergio,
Oh yeah,
Sergio,
definitely not. No, I was saying it. I was saying it in the Discord. I was very unhappy with taking the trip. It was a long slog. I regretted it once I had her in the car, but I was like, I already started this stupid thing, and yeah, I sat there. I was talking back and forth with Vinny about it. We went back and forth for, I want to say, like 30 minutes to an hour.
Yeah.
I'm like, it was a stupid trip, and it's like, but I went through the pain of it, so now I'm not going to do something stupid
I
like
will
that.
even
again.
even drive to Sergio's house right now so he can give you a hug and then a kick in the nuts.
Yeah. So I can give you drive here so I can give you COVID. Yeah, go ahead.
No, good, no good. Oh wait. Hey, Omar, remember I already had COVID. I had the COVID Tesla, and now look what happened. How did Sergio get it?
I got it from.
And now Buddha's out of commission.
No, I got it.
Wait, no,
Buddha's out of
Buddha had a situation though, man. He had a girl get in his car, and
Oh, I can't wait for the Discord after after hours tonight, boy. Y'all
Who
got
had a situation?
Somebody else is gonna have to throw up the link because I don't.
Mr.
I'm on my
Gambit.
phone.
You know what? The only person I did not get a result from is Mr. Gambit. Mr. Gambit, email me your cherry picking extraordinary PhD class results.
Well, and I was listening to what you were saying, and honestly, I mean, I believe that I could have made my $1,000 night had I stayed in the
Yes.
area. Just because you said it went till 6.
Yeah.
I only started making real money because say what you want for the surge. I mean, but when I look at Lyft, the fact that they were basically capping us at about $10 per surge, the only reason I was really making money early on was because I was getting black rides. And then I mean, but all the other platforms were the rates were just as bad, the $20 an hour rate.
Well, the idea was
So those
I
rides.
mean, the idea was to hit it
Go
hard
ahead.
on Lyft, like make your 250, maybe 300 by New Year's. Between 11:30 and 12:30, take your
Right.
piss break, sandwich break, Red Bull break, whatever you're gonna have to do,
Right.
and then hit it hard at
Right.
12:30 to 6 o'clock. And
That's exactly what I
Yeah,
did.
and I fumbled because at 12 when it was dead, I should have went to charge and I didn't because I was looking at the map and it's like nothing's going on. So Lyft, and then I finally started seeing the surge popping up on Uber, and I was like, now it comes like at 1 o'clock in the morning. You're like, okay,
yeah, exactly. When do you think it's gonna come?
because last year it started at like I want to say 8-9 o'clock.
Yeah.
And it was $20 on both platforms, $50 at the airport, $30 on Uber. I mean, so I was just frustrating. It was frustrating.
Lyft actually did surge because I know you. I remember you sent one screenshot, Steven, and I was like, "Yo, are you kidding me? I can't believe our surges in Florida are actually better than yours in LA." I was blowing my mind. So did Lyft actually surge?
Yeah,
Go up to 30 in LA.
Yeah. No, it went up to 16. At maxed at 6. I saw 16 in I think it was West Hollywood because finally West Hollywood went off. That was the highest.
So
I think
LA.
I saw
Uber was in the 30s, right? Uber was in the 30s.
Yes, 100%.
What levels do you have, Steven? What's the highest level you have on Uber?
I had Select, but they officially removed Select off my account today.
Comfort something. You don't you have Comfort Electric?
I have Comfort Electric now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Steven, man. Oh, bro.
Which pays far less than Select.
Bro, if you lesson learned. I hope everybody that's watching at home,
bro, for the rides that I did take, I mean, and I could have taken X rides basically because the $30 I was doing the $10 with $30 surge. I just had to look out for those fare replacement rides and make sure I didn't take any of those.
Yeah, I mean, you know, that was the night that you gotta eat your pride and put some ex-passengers in your Tesla. You know,
that's what I did. I dropped down.
Yeah, but I dropped down. That was the whole reason for having the EV. Oh, we're getting into a different discussion now.
Yeah. Well,
no, I mean, and that's fine. That's what I normally do. It's never been a problem. It's just the thing. So what I noticed when Surge found Uber, because at that time I was still taking rides on Lyft, and I was like, okay, well I got to take these rides because there's no Surge anywhere else. In the middle of the ride, finally I saw Uber's $30, and I'm like, dang, I can now. It's completely useless when I can get $30 per ride. And they're in 10-minute rides, and that's exactly.
Where did you get that ping at? Where did you get that ping at? The Vegas ping.
I got it in LA.
I know, but where?
Let me. I'll pull it up so I can give you.
Probably WeHo because I had a trip like that, and one New Year's Eve from WeHo to Vegas, and it was like $800, and I'm talking 2016.
Jeez.
and then I pull up to this guy. He's got a chick with him. The guy goes, I go, because those days we didn't know where we're going, you know, but I go like, I slide it over. It says MGM. I'm thinking in my head, like 3 in the morning in West Hollywood, I go, MGM. Is there an MGM in LA somewhere? It didn't even cross my mind.
3 in the morning?
I'm going to Vegas. And then The guy gets in the car. I'm looking like, you know how the map, you know, in the old days it would just go fill out like zzz, like that. I go like,
Yeah.
what the fuck
It
is this
can't even
going?
handle it.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
I said, "You going to Vegas, bro?" He goes, "Yeah, bro." I'm going like, "Have you heard of
East
Southwest
54th.
Airlines?"
Southwest Airlines.
You
It's
know, yeah,
East 54th Street in Los Angeles. It was East 54th Street
East
in Los
54th in
Angeles.
Los Angeles.
In the nine.
That's fucking Vernon. That's like
Yeah.
south of the ghetto, bro.
The
God,
900.
shit. Oh
That's where
man, that's
my
yeah.
last drop off ended up taking. Oh no, you know what? No, it wasn't. I went to the Charger over there because they had a bunch of streets blocked off. So I was having problem getting to the Charger, and
That's like
I
east
ended up
of
getting that ride
downtown.
from there.
This just keeps
Yeah,
getting worse.
and then you know this guy
Yeah.
goes, "Let's go." I'm going like, "No, sir. You know that's not going to happen." And then he goes, you know, like he's trying to impress the girl. I go, "Bro," I can take you to Burbank Airport. You can hop on Southwest for $70 a pop, and then you just be in Vegas in an hour. What? And then he goes, "Don't worry about it. I'll take care of you." And I'm like, I go, "Sir, I don't care how much you take care of me. I'm not going to Vegas. Please exit right." And I'm like, "No, yeah, I would. I've had a couple of those, but that's nuts." It goes to show you how much the fares have gone down from 2016 to 2024. He did it for like $300,
100%.
and you know it was like 800 or
Yeah.
some ridiculous number.
And it wasn't even the upfront. Wasn't even $300. The upfront was $250.
Yeah.
Sergio,
Anyway.
have you noticed this, or has anybody contacted you about this? What SB Rides just put up? I noticed that if I drop down to X on Uber, I get more low offers on Comfort and Excel. It's like the apps see you lowering your standards and send you lower offers on Excel and Comfort.
Well, this is a question.
I
this is a
always
question
get
for you,
lower
Mr.
offers on Comfort.
This is a question for you, Mr. Rented Model Y. It's true. You have an account that has Excel.
Why are you guys pounding on the guy because he's renting a Tesla? He's doing the right thing. What was the name of the company again, Vinny?
I agree.
Sergio, it's okay.
No.
It's
What
okay.
was the rent? What was the name of the company again?
Drive Whip.
Drive Whip. Jesus, why can't they fucking name a company some ridiculous fucking name? Jesus fucking Christ. What kind of fucking name is that? Drive Whip. Fuck.
It's a millennial name, I'm
I
sure.
don't know what it is, but it's not a successful name that I cannot remember for the last
And you
6
know what's
times I
funny?
asked Vinny.
This company kind of like they did a thing with Vinny, and so Nick is with them, and so them. I think they and Nick went to Vegas and spent a little bit of Vinny's money before Vinny got there. I don't know.
I tell you what, I tell you what, there are a lot of Drive Whip. There are a lot of Drive Whip cars down here in our market.
Is it an easy transaction?
Oh yeah, it's pretty simple. It's email, text message. Once you sign everything, you're set up. It's a lease. You're set up, and
It's a lease?
well, technically it's a lease, but it's a lease
Okay.
you can get out of with a week's notice. So if
Okay.
you plan, it's a little complicated in that sense, but it's not complicated.
Is
Anyway,
it week to week?
yeah, it's week to week.
Okay. And
But
how much
you
is
know,
it?
I'm paying $500, but that includes my insurance, and I got the Model Y. I don't have the Model.
Oh, for the Model Y, 500 unlimited mileage.
Unlimited mileage, all insurance, everything is covered with $1,000 deductible.
Except the charger.
I wish they would come.
Except the charging. Charging's on me.
Okay. And do you have that like extra insurance in case your windshield cracks and some shit happens or whatever?
All that's covered.
Okay. All right. That's not bad.
No, it's not. It's not bad when you really think about it. It's not bad at all.
I mean, compared to Hertz, it's not that bad.
No, and think about it.
Oh, definitely.
I get to drive. I can drive for any app I want to.
That's why it's probably a lease or whatever they call it. That's why you can do that.
Yeah, I can. It was Rolando wants to know what the down payment was. It was a $200 refundable security deposit, and then your first week's payment. That's it. Done.
That's not bad for a Model Y. That's not bad. Is it like a new one or is it trashed one or?
No. It's a 22, but she is like except for the rims where the previous person
Yeah.
kind of rubbed the stones a little bit.
Yeah.
Car's immaculate.
Inside, outside. How many miles do you?
Yeah.
How many miles are on it?
It was 10,000 miles on the car when I got it.
Fuck, bro.
Less
That's
than when
fine.
I bought.
think
Mine has 14,000.
Yep, it's pretty. It's pretty. Listen, tomorrow I'm going to shoot the video on it, and then we'll put the video out there for everybody. The process was okay. Did have one little hiccup the day I was supposed to pick it up. It didn't make it down here, so it was the next day I had to go get it. But that's okay.
And you can do
Yeah,
Lux Black.
You
with
got
it,
to
right?
hear Vinny's wife in the background talking trash.
Shit, talking shit. She was talking shit, boy. She woof.
You can, and you do Lift Black with it. You can do Lift Black
Bro,
with it, right?
yeah, I did. What did I do last week on Lift Alone? I didn't even tell you guys.
Well,
my
they black
earnings
in their
last week.
market. They
Oh.
don't
Yeah, I
have
do.
Lift Black.
I got Lift Black.
No, Lift Black. Lift Black.
That's what I drive. Lift
What
Black.
are you talking about, bro?
I'm sorry. I thought Uber Black. My bad. That's my bad.
All right, now you go on timeout too. That's
Too many, yeah. Where's the God damn it? Too many goddamn Mexican tacos for that motherfucker at the border, man. Listen, bro. We got Lift Black, okay, bro. God damn it. You're
Okay,
back. I love
bro.
you. Yeah, last week I did 1750 on the apps. Okay. With $200 of cash tips. If you take away New Year's Eve, the 650, right? From the 1950, I did $1,300
Yeah.
with the Tesla. I drove.
Oh, you didn't drive. You didn't drive your Cadillac.
I drove the Caddy New Year's Eve night,
Okay.
right.
just at night. It's the only night I drove it. But if
so
I
it is-
take New Year's Eve completely out, just
Okay.
take Monday through Saturday. Okay.
Okay.
I did $1,350 on the app. Lyft, all but 3 rides were Lux Black rides. I did over 1,000 with Lyft.
Shit. There you go.
I'll show you the screenshots. I'm
Not
gonna put it
bad.
in the video tomorrow, but if you want to see them, Serge, I got no problem sending you my screens.
No, I watched the video, but I'm like, as long as it's working out number wise.
Well,
right?
here's the thing for me. This is the way I'm looking at it. Is that with Uber, you got to do comfort rides because Premier SUV pricing are so close. They're like 8-10% apart.
Okay.
So if a person, if they're going to, instead of spending $35 on a Premier, they can spend $40 on a Premier SUV. Which one they're going to take? They're going to take the Premier SUV. Okay. Very rarely do we see Premier rides. So Uber is my bread and butter, but Lyft is my priority, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Lately, I'm getting a lot of Premier rides.
If
But
Lyft-
there's also
Uber-
been some times when they're priced like XLs, and I'm like, it's
But
the
you
whole
can do.
thing
Can
comes-
you do Lift Black in your Cadillac?
yeah,
Then why'd you rent the car?
efficiency,
Oh,
cost, and efficiency.
okay.
Just being honest. It's
No,
a
I'm-
3 month. This is a 3-month program to collect all the data
Before you buy it.
before I buy one. But I
Yeah.
can already tell you it's going to happen.
Yeah.
But I figured this was the best way to do it. What I'm hoping for, what I'm praying for. I don't know if we got any messages today from the FOMC meeting minutes. I'm hoping for one rate cut in there by Q2. They're gonna bring down them goddamn interest rates a little bit. But yeah, man.
No, they didn't say that they're gonna cut the rate.
No, well, they're not raising them either. But the point is,
No, they're not gonna raise them. But
I want to make sure it's worthwhile getting this car.
so are you gonna sell your Cadillac if you get the Tesla, or are you gonna keep
Hell
it?
no. Hell no. Bumblebee ain't going nowhere.
Oh, okay.
No,
You
keep
can,
them
you
up.
can
Right
put
now,
that. You can put that on Turo or some shit. Make some money that way.
no, hell. Nope. I will never do Turo. Ask Brandon. I don't do Turo. It ain't gonna happen.
Sergio, you're biting up a tree that I'm telling you, man. I've
You guys
already
don't
tried.
put cars on Turo. It's no. What
No, I
the
know,
goal
but
is-
why have 2 cars sitting if you're gonna buy a Tesla?
who says 2-car city? My wife's gonna drive my truck.
Oh, okay. Well, I thought your
We got
wife had
3
a car already. I
grandkids.
don't know.
We got 3 grandkids. We travel. We do things, bro.
Oh, okay. All right. No, I'm just inquiring minds want to know.
Now,
So I'm gonna go look at drive. Do they only do Model Y or they do Model 3 as well?
no, they do most of
They have
Model
Model
3s.
3s.
Yeah,
How
most
much
of
are Model 3s? Hertz level?
yeah, 400. 400 all included. That's the rental price, insurance, everything.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because with and do you still
It's
get the
cheaper than
dollar
Hertz.
EV credit on Uber?
Yeah, I'm still getting it. Yeah.
Okay.
Here's
All
the
right.
thing, though, bro. Here's the thing, though. The Model 3 through DriveWhip is actually cheaper than the Hertz Model 3.
Mm,
And you get the multi-app. It's
that's
$399.
no, that's the attraction of it. That's worth like at least 20-30% more. That you
Oh,
can do both apps.
100%. 100%.
So Model 3s right now at Hertz in LA are like 279, 289.
But then you got to add in all the
Yeah,
insurance.
but
Is
which
that with
they
some
raised.
bonus, or is that the actual regular rate?
That's the actual rate, yeah. But then you have to do like 30 trips, and then
Ah,
and
that's
they
not.
raised that super duper insurance to like $80, $90 or some ridiculous
Yeah,
level
it's
now
50,
from
it's
60
50,
bucks.
$15 a day.
Okay.
It's $15 a day.
So out the door, it's
I mean, with charging and Model 3 through Hertz will cost you 500 a month.
A week.
500 a week. Sorry.
Yeah.
With all the insurance
limited to
and everything.
only Uber.
And you can do only Uber, which is like stupid. But yeah,
Yep.
DriveWhip. I don't know if DriveWhip is in LA. I'll
I
check
have
it
no
out.
idea. But I tell you,
No, it's not. I tried to apply.
It's not here.
No, it's not available here.
Oh, okay. Well,
and if you don't want a Tesla, they have other cars. They've got
did you guys see what we talked about yesterday? It's in Florida. It's in South Florida. A lot of cities called Jeeves. Did you guys hear about the Jeeves app?
Yep, I heard about the
I
G's.
heard about it. I haven't paid much attention to it.
It's like you just become a chauffeur for somebody else's car. You drive somebody else's car.
That's right.
I mean, I think that's a good deal. You know.
If you want to be committed like that, yeah, sure.
Well, if you're going to like 3, 4, 5 hours a day at 30, 40 bucks an hour, you know, so you're driving somebody else's car. I think it's
This is
cool.
true.
You know? Yeah, okay, $500. So I'm gonna check it.
MG. That price is for Model 3 single motor. Dual motor is $538, including everything here in Vegas. So I'm assuming that's a Hertz rental. The other part to that, Sergio, is the rental that I have, the Model Y that I have. It's a dual motor long range.
Oh, it's the top of the line thing. Okay.
Yeah, you're not getting any better than what I got.
Yeah.
Well, you get a performance, but the fuck needs to do that?
That's
I
pretty
will
good.
say, I will say there is. Oh, can I let you in? I'm sorry, bro. I didn't know you were out. Where you at, bro? There he is. I will say this though. DriveWhip did put a lock on the speed, so you cannot drive over 85 miles an hour.
Yeah, that's the only thing that sucks.
Yeah, but I mean,
who the fuck needs to go over 85 miles an hour anyway? Where are
exactly.
you going?
Where are you going?
I took Lawrence Model 3 up to 125.
And see, and this
Hell
guy's
yeah.
got 6 kids.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
I took mine up to. I took mine up to
It was on the
139.
entrance ramp.
He couldn't get
Hell
away.
yeah.
There was
Thumbs
no
up,
other
baby.
cars. It's
I
just
got
the
mine up
entrance
to
ramp.
139 over on
It
the
only takes like
freeway
4
to
seconds.
San Francisco.
Now you guys understand why Uber complains about high commercial insurance rates is because of this.
It wasn't on Uber.
Right.
Well, listen, when Steven's going to fucking Vegas for $200, I mean, can you blame him for going the speed of light?
140 miles per hour.
Yeah, we're gonna let that one go. We'll have to let that one slide.
Hey, Nick. All right. So Nick Hummer says 85 mile an hour limited in South Florida? Question mark. Bro, there's one difference, so you got to remember with. You got to remember.
That's a good point. That's a really good point, though, man. Seriously.
Yeah,
man,
but
85 ain't fast.
you know what, Omar? I'm gonna have to come get you and throw you in that passenger seat, bro. Because I promise you, I can get in and out of traffic quicker than 99% of the people on the road. We are talking about instant power in an electric vehicle.
I don't
I
know if
do
I
it
want
all
to get
the
clocked.
time.
I don't know if I want to get in that
Wait,
clocked out
wait.
Model Y, bro. I don't know, man.
I don't
I
have
do
a
it all the
clocked out Model
time.
Y. I don't have, that's
I
Buddha.
live in
They get your
Miami.
Buddha's got
tushy
the clocked out
squeeze.
Model Y. There's no duct
Yeah,
tape.
I know that too. I don't consent.
God damn.
No consent.
There is a difference.
You gotta sign these forms.
There's a
Yeah,
difference
right.
between being fast and being quick. I'd rather be quick than fast.
I wouldn't know either, so it's good.
What's up? Oh no. So,
Rolando
um,
says
In
with two
and out of
kids, I'd be
traffic
driving that
so
fast
easy.
also. All
That's why I love it.
the
right,
other
Steve.
direction,
Rideshare Rodeo. Steve is in the house. Y'all make sure you go check out Rideshare Rodeo, his
Mr.
YouTube channel.
Rodeo. I got the picture, Steve. That's fucking hilarious, by the way. So, yeah, it was funny. All right, boys. I'm gonna go eat some soup. Seriously, I mean, I'm glad everybody did well. I'm glad everybody was in one piece. Steven did it because the girl was really good looking, probably. So we're gonna let that
That's
slide
right.
for that.
Don't tell his wife.
He already did. I didn't have
No,
to say. He said he
no,
did already.
he told his wife he was taking Jack, not Jack.
No, he did it on the live stream before I came on.
Damn.
He said it on the live stream
He
before I
does.
came on.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean she was there. He's
Oh.
at the border, bro. The wife's at home. He's at the border eating a taco with Jackie.
I already told her. I tell her who I drive around. All right, it's not some secret.
I mean, you know,
Okay.
I don't
Man,
know.
this
I hope-
show is just so powerful. We went from lift glitches to marital issues,
Well, if you're
drama.
gonna drive 260 miles from where he was, or 240 miles, she better
Yeah,
have smell good, and she better be really good looking for 4 hours.
and
You
then
go
we
fucking
covered, physics and the speed of light, and clapped out rented Teslas, and I mean, this show is just wild, man.
yeah, man.
Even
But
let
anyway,
you in on it.
I
right.
no. Anyway, thank you, boys. Much appreciated. I'm hoping to do well next week, so I can go drive on the weekend and do my parodies now.
You need to get better, bro. Don't rush it.
I mean, yeah, but smoking doesn't help, man. Actually, I haven't smoked since I caught COVID.
So then that's it. That's all you need to do. Give it up.
No, I lost my taste buds anyway. I was like, I can't fucking taste shit. I'm like, nah.
Okay. Well, then keep it going, because bro, in April 5th, it'll be 9 years since I've had a cigarette.
Nah, you're done. I mean, come on. Yeah.
And I haven't vaped since the second week of July.
That's fucking great. That's
So
awesome.
you got to do it. You got to want to do it, man. That's it. That's all it
Yeah,
is.
I know.
You gotta
I
want
know. I know. But I have a lot of stress.
Yeah, well, some of that stress is self-inflicted, sir. Let's just be honest.
Yeah. I want the market to crash. So
Don't worry,
No,
coming.
no. We don't want
I mean, it did well in the first couple days. I'm enjoying this little mini swoon.
You mean the cell? You mean the cell analysis on Apple all of a sudden?
Not just Apple in general. It always happens.
Apple, yeah.
I mean, I'd be happy if Meta crashed. Don't get me wrong, but that's it.
Meta.
Now you're gonna start Richie up. Oh my Jesus Lord! Now you're gonna get fuck.
You're against Zuckerberg.
Third deal. It
Yes,
sounds
sir.
like it sounds like a cool segue to the next topic that I wanted to talk about.
Okay.
Since it's a brand new year, everybody always has these New Year's resolutions.
Yes.
Sergio, what are you trying to do for 2024? What goals are you trying to achieve?
Personally, or which way?
I guess we can say it both.
Personally, I mean, health is the most important thing. Through this COVID thing, I figured that out. I already had, but it kind of confirmed that health is the most important thing. So I'll keep my health together. Financially, I'm fine. I'm not worried about anything. But as far as, since we're rideshare, I have my goal set to either eradicate upfront fares or drastically change the way it works. I want to pass some legislation in at least 2 states. And I'm hoping that Prop 22 gets repealed so I can help the legislature write the new fucking legislation. I'm hoping to interview Dara Khosrowshahi on the show. But as far as other goals when it comes to rideshare, I am hoping, I really am hoping, actually, it's a hope more than reality. I'm hoping that a lot of these new drivers, let them be immigrants and migrants, hope they don't get exploited too badly. And don't add to their misery already, getting shipped from one place to the next place like a rag dolls that they are. Yeah, I mean, I have some lofty goals, hopefully, if I'm around by the end of the year. We will talk about it and let's see what we have achieved. That's it. That's what I have.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
If not, get rid of upfront fares, drastically adjust it, change it, make it fairer. It can't be more. I mean, there are really some good plans that I know about. We'll see. I just want people not to drive for free on the house. I don't want, a trip going a minute longer and a quarter mile longer and a driver driving for free. Those 2 minutes and 1/10 of a mile. I want them to get paid for every minute that they work, that they lose from their lives, and every quarter mile they put it on their cars. So we'll see.
Yes, sir.
That's it. That's what I got.
All right. Sergio, when's your birthday?
March 29th.
March 20. Oh, that's the day before my daughter's birthday. Okay. So
Is it?
Yeah, my daughter's birthday is March 30th. But no, because Steve said see you on your birthday.
Yeah, because he's going to be in Curbivore, and Curbivore is on March 29th this year.
Oh, so you're
And
going
I
to be.
already told Harry, I go, you better bring your black American Express Unlimited card for the after party. It's my fucking birthday. I'm going to work for you that day down there. So might as well be doing it right.
Hey, Steven, did you hear that, Steven? They're going to need a ride to Vegas.
Got him.
Right at the end.
They're going to need a ride to Vegas, buddy. And don't
Nick Hammer, that's not going to happen. That's never
And
going
you
to
need
happen.
to ride to Vegas without stopping to charge 3 times.
Sorry.
You know what? You know what, Omar? Boy, I tell you, with your clapped out ass fucking QX60.
Bring
All
back
right,
prime time. That's not going to happen. Bring back multiplier. Bring back prime time. I wish, but that's not going to happen. Yeah.
Sergio and I will roofie Harry and grab his car.
What? Yeah, Ruthie Harry, what?
Roofie
Yes.
Harry and grab his card.
Yeah, and grab his Tesla Model Y.
Hollywood Harry. He's still Hollywood. to me.
Hollywood Harry.
Yeah, he's all right though. He's all right. He's letting you guys do your thing. So that's awesome.
Yeah, he's all right. He's cool. And then he's he's fine. He's all good. We're all good.
All
We're all one big happy family. So thank you, boys. Much appreciated.
All right, buddy, get better. Feel better.
Thank you for
I'm
coming
definitely
in.
going to get better, and then look out for those 262s, baby.
I am looking forward to it. And
I'm gonna gun for those this weekend. I'm gonna just do one after the other one.
you know what? They're gonna catch wind of what you said here tonight, and tomorrow when you open your app, you're gonna have 20 rides, $1,000 bonus.
I haven't had one since those, the ones that I had before I had Risher on.
I don't know about that, Vinny. It might be take away a 0.
I haven't had any bonuses on or quests on Uber or Lyft since I don't know how long now. 2 months, 2.5 months.
Hey, they said they were going to cut it all out, so they're doing a damn good job of it.
Not that it was worth anything anyway, so fuck that. It's like 50 trips for $10. I'm like, what are we doing here? Really, it's just, you know.
I hear that. All right,
Well,
buddy. Go get
all right.
some rest.
Much love. I'll see you guys soon.
All right.
Thank you for the support. Thank you for the kind words. Omar, you did great. I'm proud of you. Steven, I'm sure I'm gonna meet you before March. We'll talk about what you did. Driven Dad, 6 kids is enough, Driven Dad. And
I can't
so
have a goal for a 7th.
you can have the goal, but I don't think you should accomplish that goal. That's one goal you should stay away from. And Nick, good to see you again.
Snip.
And that's it. So everybody in the chat, have a happy, safe New Year, and be safe out there.
We'll see you next week, Hoss.
Hopefully. Oh, sorry. There is a follow-up on Len Sherman's article, so you guys know. I'll give you guys a teaser.
Uh-oh.
I'll give you guys a teaser.
If you guys don't know who that is, that's the guy who dropped the bomb on Uber.
Oh yeah, this is a bigger one. This is gonna be a good one.
Oh,
actually, there's a part 2 and part 3.
God damn. Oh, sheesh.
Oh, fuck.
Stay
And
tuned.
What Uber's down? What, $4 off their highs already? Oh boy.
Well, I got nothing to do with that shit. I'm not even. I have no puts. I have nothing. I'm not short. I got nothing.
Oh, come on. Just follow Pelosi right down that rabbit hole. You'll be all right.
Yeah. You know, on numbered Swiss bank accounts. I'm very happy with those. Anyway, so much love. See you guys. I'm gonna go have my soup and then sleep.
All right, my brothers. Take it easy.
Bye. See you guys
later. All right, Nick, you got that? Who you got up next on your list there, buddy?
I think I heard Thomas.
Yes.
What do you have for 2024? Any goals? Any things that you want to accomplish?
Well, one of my goals was moving down Vinny and Omar's way. I mean, because I'm already in Florida, so I can move around as long as I don't leave out of the state line.
You're allowed.
Yeah, I'm allowed.
You're allowed.
As long as I don't leave out state lines, I'm good.
Once you leave the state, though, well, we're gonna have to revoke your card.
Right. So yeah, that's one of my goals, but it all depends on, how my wife progressed at her job as a teacher. And I ain't one of these husbands that I'll be like, all right, your dreams don't matter. What I want to get done, I want to get done. So I try to compromise. And then other than that, it's continue to work, stay healthy, get the weight down, of course, walk more, and make more money this year than I made last year. That's about all that's all I have.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
Wait, when you say you coming down Vinny and Omar's way, are you talking about just the Fort Lauderdale, or are you coming all the way down to my way in Miami?
No, I probably will, because at first we were looking at Pompano Beach, and then my wife got promoted, so we didn't move. So we waited. Once she got promoted, they said she would just have to do this one school year, then she can transfer schools. So
if you go Pompano west of 95, get the bulletproof vest. If you go Pompano east of 95, you'll be out.
Okay. Oh, I will ask. Trust me. I will ask just to make sure I ain't in some shithole.
I like to call it the city of Pompton.
Pompton.
I mean, yeah. Well, that's what's up, man. Good to hear. Omar, what you got? What you got? Year 2024.
I have yet to figure that out, to be honest with you. Just because I'm in between so many things. So like I've talked about this before. What I'm doing to make ends meet right now, I don't feel it's sustainable. And we could talk a little bit more about that in the after show. And then I also want to give my tips of the week after this. But yeah, so I gotta. I guess this year I just need to figure some stuff out. I would like to get away from rideshare, so yeah, maybe that's a goal to get away from rideshare. I'm a little too rideshare dependent right now, and that's a dangerous thing.
It's a very dangerous thing.
Yep.
It is. But a lot of people are going to find themselves. They're going to find themselves in the situation where they have to depend on it, because I mean, just the economy is the economy, bro. There's not a lot you can do about it, and we can scream pivot all we want, but until those pivots start producing, it takes time to build that shit up. Ain't nothing instant. So plus I wanted to add something to Omar's wish list for 2024. If anybody has any of those high platform shoes with the little goldfish in the heels, Omar is looking for a pair so he can actually ride the roller coaster at Walt Disney, but without the platform shoes, not tall enough, he doesn't make it.
At least when the ride, seatbelt comes over, I fit.
Yeah, that's not that hard to do.
Remember, there's a limitation vertically as well as horizontally. Okay.
He's calling you fat.
I know what he's calling me. It's okay.
Right.
It's okay. It's okay.
I think there's an age limitation too. If you have heart problems, you can't take this ride.
Oh my God. Oh my Jesus.
So everybody in the chat, everybody watching. So you know how you said it was me and Omar? Yeah, you know the truth.
Hey, all I know is every time I see Omar, he's got that hair in that bun in the back. He's got that. It ain't even a man bun up here. It's a female bun like here. And you know what happens when you run into a female and she puts her hair up like that in the back, right? When a female putting her hair up in the back like that, you know what time it is, right? Just come here. Just come here. You'll be all right. That's all I'm going to say. Somebody comes ready-made to... I'm just saying. It's extra if you want to do it in the
weird, man. You're spending too much time in Wilton Manors, bro.
A little bit. I can't lie. A little bit in Wilton Manors. A little bit. You know what I mean, Omar. You know.
Yep.
All right. Okay, Nick. What else you got?
Tony, can we get to 2024 goals?
Well, my goal is to be able to take more time off of rideshare through my YouTube channel income. But the ultimate goal is to get debt free by the end of 2024. So I do not want to drive, no matter how good or bad it's supposed to be on New Year's Eve. I want freedom from having to drive on New Year's Eve.
Damn,
Okay.
And if you guys didn't know, I'm sorry, I'm just plugging this channel. It's the Driven Dad. Check his channel out. He also has a Tesla Model Y, and he kills it. You should check his channel out.
Absolutely kills it. And he's been doing his videos lately has been driving to debt free in 2024. So it's an interesting journey. It's an interesting thing.
Yeah.
It's funny how everybody's got these different things they want to do.
So I've got a new setup that I should be able to get set up tomorrow so I can start videos back up. So I basically to lower the amount of time it takes to edit.
Okay.
And I guess I'll go over that on once I get it all set up. And if anybody wants to copy it, I can tell you how to do it.
You're damn right. I want damn right. I got my Amazon card ready to go. Let's go, baby.
I like
you just have to click the link in the description.
Yeah.
You know what? God damn it! You know what? I will do that, sir. I got to make sure.
Oh, and that other goal is to monetize through the Amazon affiliates. I'm
There
applying
you
every
go.
day. I do an upload. I'm like, all right, time to apply again and again and again. Keep
Damn
getting
right.
rejected, but in the meantime, we're gonna start doing some reviews and make a like I'm thinking like it's called the Driven's Review or something.
There you go. 100.
And then once I do get in, I'll just repost those into Amazon.
There you go. I think that's admirable, bro. I really do. We got to take advantage of what's available to us, and all of us got one of these to take advantage of it. We just got to do it. Okay, Nick.
Oh, yeah. My 2024 goals. As you guys know, like basically what everybody said. I want to get away from rideshare. I want to get away from the gig lifestyle. Just because I mean, I'm getting tired of it. I've been doing this for the last couple of years, and yeah. So for me, I wanna. I do have a YouTube channel as well. I want to kind of grow that a little bit more. Try to figure out better ways of putting out content because I don't really know what else to make. But yeah, trying to get more consistent with that. And then I also want to get back into my career. Uh, as you guys know, I am a life insurance agent, so I want to do more of that for 2024. Just because it makes me. So I started doing life insurance ultimately because of I had situations in my life where if we had life insurance, if we had that type of stuff in place, it would have been amazing, but we didn't. So we had to scrounge and figure it out. So like I get, like I want to kind of build that aspect because I don't know, I like helping people, and it just feels better to know that I'm not selling you, an extended warranty or I'm not trying to scam you out of your money. It's like, no, this is a legitimate thing that can
You're not.
help.
You mean you're not trying to sell me an Escalade disguised as a QX60?
See, I mean, we all get those calls too, right? Where they're talking about all types of stuff, and it's like, I don't even have an Escalade, Uh, but yeah, so
No,
those
no,
are my
I was.
goals. Just kind of get better at my other avenues of income. Because like one thing that I've learned, so I was really big on having multiple sources of income. And in my case, I can say that I have Amazon Flex, I have Lyft, I have DoorDash, I have, but having all it, maybe that's not the definition that everybody thinks because it's not the greatest. I want to get it to where it's like, no, I have a solid source of income, another solid source of income, and kind of that way.
Passive income. Passive
Yeah,
income.
yeah, yeah, exactly.
Absolutely. The dividend stocks, passive income. Absolutely.
Hey, before I go pick up this person real quick, I just wanted to throw this tip out there. I typed it in earlier today on the other show, but if
Art?
you need to get constant alignments because your roads get potholes like crazy, um, in states like Colorado and California, uh, Firestone has lifetime alignments, so you can do unlimited alignments. It's like $220, and the Tesla does qualify for that. I know BMW doesn't because you have to have a certification from BMW, and I don't think they want to pay for it. But most cars you can do it. All-wheel drive, four-wheel drive, doesn't matter. They'll do it, and it's a good investment. Saves your tires and your suspension as well.
Sweet. So yeah, check in your area. Firestone's offering it to you. 220 one time lifetime alignments. Hell yeah. As many miles as we drive and speed bumps as we hit. Bad roads. Absolutely. Absolutely. And yes, Buddha, we get ready to wrap the show up now. We'll be in after hours in the next 5 minutes. So we're gonna wrap this sucker up. You know what's sad is this show was supposed to go an hour tonight.
That's what I thought.
And here we are 2.5 hours later. I tell you, I want to thank everybody for hanging with us tonight. I want to thank the panel for coming through. I think the goal part will take care of the tip part. I think everybody needs to. You know what? I got one tip for you, and this will be it. Make sure you get your rest. Make sure you get some sleep. Make sure you get away from your screens and your phones and get out of that car a little bit. Make sure you get your rest, because I tell you, man,
Yep.
Sunday night, Monday morning, I was tired. I was tired, and I had to stop at one moment, pull over for a few minutes, get out of the car, walk around the car, get back in to finish getting home. Get your rest, man. The last thing you want to do is hurt somebody or hurt yourself because you're falling asleep at the wheel. Now, if you fall asleep at a Tesla charger and forget to unplug, that's on you. That's on you. But I'm just saying, make sure you get your rest, guys.
I woke up on Monday at like 6, and I was still a little, and I drove a little bit. I had a good Monday though, but then I haven't driven since Monday. So, like what Vinny's saying, you gotta recharge your batteries.
Even if you can, but if you go, 12, 14, 16 days in a row, dude, take a day.
Yeah.
Take a day.
Yeah.
That's a lot of sitting down. That's a lot of strain on your back. Just trust me, take a day. Just lay down, sleep, watch Netflix, whatever the hell you do. And if you're Omar, you're doing some things. Okay. So anyway, all right. That's all I got.
I don't get rest on the rest days, Vinny. I get to fight a 2-year-old like Dragon Ball Z style.
Hold on. I don't have any sympathy for you, Tony.
Yep.
None. You know why?
Nope.
I mean, it's good exercise.
Yep.
Thinking the 7 kids was good exercise, I think, right?
Home and
If you didn't learn after the first
before I had
you didn't learn after the first
before
3.
I had a boy. Before I had a boy, I come home and I get hugs. Now I come home and I get immediately punched in the stomach.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. They come running to give you that hug, and they're at the perfect height with the head, and I know all about it. I raised 4 of my own. I hear you. I don't have any mercy for you. I got nothing but love for you, but no mercy.
Right.
No mercy. Okay. All right. You wanted to say something, Omar? Take us home.
Yeah. So 2 things. One, we might do because we have a channel that says 2023 goals, and I'm like, well, we don't need this anymore. But I'm thinking about archiving it and then just doing a 2024 goals, kind of like to what Nick was talking about. So that'll be
talking about in the Discord. In the
Discord. That'll be where you could discuss it, or maybe change it to just to 2024. I don't know. I haven't figured it out yet, but that'll come. That'll come soon enough. So just be aware of that for everybody that's on the Discord. If you want to talk about your goals and motivate others to say, get to that damn goal, like don't drive to Vegas. That should be a goal, So my tip of the week, because I'm still very concerned about this. We keep talking about it, and I really don't want people to get a false sense of security about what happened over New Year's. That was one day out of the entire year. Okay. Please do not buy a car this year. Oh, hey, the interest rates are coming down, whatever it is, and then think that that's going to be your rideshare thing. And I'm not talking to Vinny, because Vinny's got a whole different plan. He knows what he's doing. There are other people that I just see things in the Discord and other places about paying rent and all this other stuff, and you're going to buy a car this year? No, stop. Don't do it. Don't get into debt to do gig work, man. It's not smart, even if it's a Tesla. No, seriously. Okay, you have no idea what you're getting into, man. Think about just think a little bit about managing your finances. Maybe it might be smarter to buy a $10,000 to $15,000 car, no matter what the interest rates are, that you can pay off in a year, that you won't absolutely destroy in 2 years. Or even if you do destroy it in 2 years, your financial exposure is not terrible, because my buddy Asher, who I've seen more recently because he needs to work, he needs to work a little bit. He has an XL vehicle that he's paid off already. And I told him, I said, bro, you should sell this thing. He goes, why? I was like, I said, because you've got equity in it. You'll make money. You've already made a lot of money with the van. And if you sell it, you'll make this much. And so you're not upside down. He is not upside down. He's a good example of what I'm talking about. And I don't want to give away what he paid for it and yada, yada, yada. That's his business. But I'm just saying it's paid off versus people who have whatever car they're driving for 4 years and they still haven't paid off and have well over 100-something thousand miles in it, no warranty, no nothing. Seriously, think long term.
Yeah.
Please do not put yourself in a financial situation where you're so super exposed. That's my tip of the week. Start this year off not repeating the mistakes of last year, please.
I think that's more the right message is to try not to repeat the mistakes that you made in the past.
Yeah.
Really think, take a moment to think before you act. Right? What was it? If you can't pay for it twice, cash, don't buy it at all. Just cliches. I mean, just listen, if you get an impulse to buy something, wait 48 hours. If you're still jonesing to buy it, then buy it. But in 48 hours, you might not even think twice about it.
Like I can't, everybody's situation is different, but all I can tell you is that if something happens with my QX or if I were to pay it off, whatever the case may be, and I get rid of it, I'm going back to XL only, like a Dodge Journey or something like that, and I'm good.
Plymouth? You're gonna go get a Plymouth?
Yeah, get a Plymouth. Yep, get a Plymouth and move to Boston.
Are you going to make sure? You got to make sure all the headlights and blinkers work.
Oh, you know me, Vinny. You know me, Vinny. I don't mess around with that stuff. I actually know what I'm doing and do the maintenance.
Richie, woo! Richie, woo!
I mean, come on, man. I actually check the oil and the air pressure, and I have to take it somewhere to do that. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
And make sure I don't drive anything and puncture my gas tank. I mean, who does that?
People from Boston. Anyway, we're gonna get up out of here, y'all. We are tonight. It's been a hell of a show. I appreciate y'all being here.
Yep.
Next week we'll shoot for an hour. This week is a little different. Don't forget, next week we will have. Just look out. Just look out for the Rideshare Garage Tesla edition. It's coming. It's coming.
Yep.
It's coming, guys. It's gonna happen. We got 5-6 drivers that are ready to talk about our experiences. Even though I'm a noob, I was told today my noob status I've moved up from a noob status to a novice status. So I'm getting there, y'all. I'm getting there.
I have a request. I want there to be some sort of initiation for Vinny, please.
Well,
First week with the Tesla, I make $1,950. What else do you want out of my life, Omar?
You got to fall asleep at the charger.
Hell no. Hell no. I got a very nice bed I enjoy sleeping in. Ain't gonna be no sleeping in no goddamn charger at $1 a minute. Fuck that.
Right.
Like Elon, I ain't trying to build the next spaceship. All right, y'all. We're out of here. Meet us over in the Discord. It's pinned up in the comments. We're going into the Discord. Look at the after show, and we are out of here. Thank you, guys.
See ya.
Pow.